But yeah, it was just a really prime example of how easy it was to panic the how powerful the media was to panic people.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate.
No, actually, it was a good thing because it happened back in like 36, just as everything was starting to break down in Europe. So you had a lot of people very suspicious when all of this other stuff was happening. There was a huge amount of disbelief when Hitler was really invading that the European countries, because over here there was some hardcore sympathy for the Axis at the time because he was kind of making the trains run on time. They didn't realize how badly he was subjugating the Jews at the time. So Hollywood, there was a lot of Hollywood that was very pro-Hitler. You don't see any of that propaganda out anymore because they buried it.
Oh yeah, I could imagine.
It's like, no, not here.
They're still salty about. I mean, fashion is still salty about people bringing it up with Hugo Boss and Coco Chanel.
Yeah. Well, Volkswagen.
Yeah,
too.
Volkswagen, IBM. I mean, I think Henry Ford got an honorary medal.
Oh, there was all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah.
They went, no, not us. No.
Right. Yeah.
We don't know what you're talking about. No.
Yeah.
Our relation with Germany? No, not us.
Right. Yeah.
It was crazy. Almost like
I forgot which tire company fell up under that too. It was a tire company that fell.
Well, we don't need to name names then.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, it's like that's. I guess it's like they would say, "Hey, it's just business."
It was like that.
They close me up on what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Everybody out at once.
Yep. Exactly.
That's how it was. Hey, everybody, come on in. We're behind on our holidays. We were just talking about Orson Welles' adaptation of H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds and comparing it to the modern situation. So, come on in, everyone. Come on in. I have Joe D. McPhee in the house and Daphne Lage in the house. I'm your host.
Good morning.
Randy Zimmerman, and it's the Breakfast Buzz.
A special Thanksgiving Breakfast Buzz.
Let us be your Macy's Day Thanksgiving parade.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yes.
Well, like I said in the description, this will be the only turkey parade where we talk comics.
Hey, all parades have comic book characters up in it. You always see a Spider-Man and Superman and all this other stuff.
Marvel float. There's the DreamWorks float.
No large balloons today, at least until Varian gets in. So.
Oh no.
All right, everybody, we're going to run the opening as soon as I roll myself over to it here.
Hit it.
I'll hit. Give me a second here. I know it's here. Oh, first, this important announcement.
I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.
You bunch of losers! You're working with a professional here!
Anyway, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Stench is in the house. Waves hello. Stench, hello.
Oh,
good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Stench. Yeah, we're all having turkey from a socially distanced safe house today.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
A half minute in, and we're already at Hitler. Well, no, we're switching away from that, Stench, just in case the L goes. Suddenly, we're no longer on Facebook.
Yeah, I know.
You guys talking? No,
exactly.
No, we didn't. We weren't talking. Well, we were talking, but we were talking War of the Worlds more than anything. Now I know it's Indie Vault. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Pour that cup. Yes, Cameron, welcome. Thanks for listening. Everybody, come on in. It's the Turkey Day Breakfast Buzz.
Yeah, everybody's up.
Well, not everybody.
Well, a lot of people are up.
Varian promised to be here.
Sleeping, getting their stomachs empty for later on today.
Yeah. Varian's not up yet, apparently, and I cast a wide net this morning, and I could only get 2 people up in here. So I sent another link to JD. I'm surprised he didn't come in.
Oh no, he's not going to be up.
He's on a clock. Yeah. He's on a schedule that does not include 9 a.m.
Yeah,
Eastern
exactly.
Standard Time.
Exactly. It's against his religion to wake up that early in the morning.
I hear that. Marvy says, here we are to see another great show. Hello, everybody. Hello, Marvy.
Hello, Marvy.
Yes, we're here, even though in America it's a holiday.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You know,
This is the one we're supposed to remember everything we're thankful for.
well, I mean, sure, there's still a lot to be thankful for, regardless of this hot mess of a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, we're 6 feet above ground.
Absolutely.
Very
That's
true.
what my uncle would always say. You know, any day above ground is a good day.
Yes. I still have aliens for December, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
In the
right.
pool. Yeah. Aliens.
Oh.
Happy birthday, JD. It's JD's birthday today.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, today is.
Oh,
yes.
cool. Well, no wonder he's not getting up. Let him
Right?
sleep.
Yeah, no. He's not. He has extra reason to not get up today.
Exactly. Jason says, good morning and happy Turkey Day to everyone. Hello, Jason. How you doing? I hope you're doing all right. Buddy William Lord says, screw that. I'm eating turkey and vomiting freedom all over the liberty-sucking sodomites that taking up the arts. What the Democratic liberty-eating slugs we call politicians. Okay, buddy.
Okay, yeah, good. It's like, congrats.
And the political talk starts right now.
Welcome aboard. Tell us how you feel.
Welcome aboard to the Turkey Day dinner table.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have we're gonna have the virtual reality version.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We just want to remind everybody as we go on that
Yes.
not kicking in. There it is. The views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of Indie Volt Media LLC and do not reflect the official policy or position of any guest or sponsors. Viewer discretion is advised.
We are not responsible for our opinions.
We're not responsible for the chat as well.
Yeah, well, that's for sure. Too.
Exactly.
But they are welcome to chime in. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Glenn says, all I can see is a coffee cup. Yes. John says, happy Thanksgiving to all. Happy Thanksgiving, John. Pictures.
Well,
I don't know what that means.
I don't have no clue.
well, maybe he wants to see our lovely faces today.
Probably. I'd send you a link, Glenn, but I'm going to have you on Sunday. So there we are.
There we go.
Hello, everybody, and good morning. I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman. I'm a longtime independent comics creator and publisher, and I've done everything in the direct market that you could probably ever think of, and a few things more than once, 3 or 4 times. I've been a retailer for many years. I've coordinated conventions. I've coordinated comics, self-published under a lot of different banners, and now I'm part of the Indie Volt podcast radio network. And I also have a YouTube channel called Zim Geek that I don't contribute to often enough. So here with me today, and you're listening or watching the Breakfast Buzz for 11/26/2020. 11/26. And here with me is Joe D. McPhee. Joe, introduce yourself.
Yes, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the president of Agency Studios. I am the creator of 3 different comic books, AWF, Primetime Saturday Night, and Amazonia. As you can see behind me, I have the Kickstarter awards to send out on tomorrow here.
Huzzah!
So, yeah, people are going to be fulfilled shortly here. I also do, every so often, I have a YouTube channel called From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, where I answer different questions and do different live streams. I'm supposed to have another one up here coming either tomorrow or Saturday. I'm going to try to have LaShawn Covington, who's about to have her Kickstarter up and going as of 8 o'clock tomorrow, I believe.
Cool.
So either Friday or Saturday, that's going to happen. But beyond that, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I actually create, write, draw, in the process of finishing up Amazonia number 7. So
Packager and mailer. Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. That's the indie life.
Yes.
We do everything.
We got somebody in the green room who I don't think I invited.
Uh-oh.
Who is this?
I was invited by Eric. Hello.
You were invited by Eric.
Yes.
All right. Well, hey,
Morning.
give me just a second because Daphne hasn't introduced herself yet. Daphne, introduce yourself.
Oh yes, yes. We must continue the formalities.
Yes.
Yes. It's like, hello, everyone. My name is Daphne Leach, and I am a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist out of New York. I am the artist of the funny animal fantasy comic Tall Tales, and the upcoming Ego Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, premiering on Kickstarter January 4th, 2021. You can check out my work and sign up for updates at Talltales, TAILS online.com. And you can also check out my YouTube channel at Daphne Lage, Lage Art.
Awesome. And now we have Ryan. How do you pronounce your last name? Hake?
Hawk. Yeah.
Hack? Just Hack?
Hawk.
Hawk? Hawk? Like the bird.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. We have Ryan Hawk here. I need to say that in order because we have a lot of radio listeners on the Indie Volt radio channel. So
You start getting into the habit of spelling out everything.
Yeah, H-A-A-C-K. Ryan, before we go any further, I have to tell you.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Thank you.
Welcome. Tell us who you are and what you do and
Yeah, so I just I'm a comic book writer and podcaster and a lot of stuff like that. And Eric invited me to kind of talk about my book that I'm crowdfunding currently. It's a Christmas themed book.
Okay.
And so, yeah,
Right.
and so that's why he invited me. I was like, oh, where's Eric? Yeah, but
and the name of it is
BrEaKfAsT and this is the first one, and the second one is on Indiegogo right now.
I'm blowing you up. Show the cover again.
Yep.
There
This is the first issue.
Oh, that's awesome looking. Look at that.
You. I think JD interviewed you a while ago.
Exactly.
Because I remember seeing this book all over the table.
Yeah.
He has the copies. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. He's super cool. I know he's on your show a lot. So
yeah. What is BrEaKfAsT about?
Yeah, it's about kind of a Christmas that has some turmoil going on, like a war going on, and it follows the story of a young kid who is trying to stop this war, basically from going on. So he's going to try to find Father Christmas, and this is a print of Father Christmas, just to give you an idea of who he is, and hopefully end it, because Father Christmas has magic powers, but things get more complicated, and he goes through this planet and encounters new characters, and it's just a whole bunch of fun. This issue is, we go from kind of a tropical area because it's a fully realized Christmas world. It's not just ice and snow and like a North Pole. It's a fully realized Christmas world. So we have beaches, we have, obviously like a kind of Christmas town, and then the North Pole. But
hold that up, open that up, and hold it up a little closer to the camera. Let's take a look at the
Yep. This is done by Raphael Stan.
Awesome.
Is his name.
Yeah, no, it really is. It really is. JD left some copies on the table, and I was just like, oh my God, this is so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a super fun book for sure. And it's an adventure book. It's all ages, but it has a lot of good fun themes. And I think it's more like a Pixar tale as opposed to maybe a children's tale, because it has a lot of layers, especially with issue 2. It's more character focused. We're talking about we have kind of a redemptive character, so it's sort of like adding a lot of the themes of Christmas stories. Obviously there's Scrooge, who is a famous redemptive character, so we kind of have our own, and we borrow from a lot of different things, like the Ghosts of Christmas Past, Present, and Future are in this book, and we have a lot of classic characters, but then new characters too.
Cool. That is awesome. We are also joined right now by Eric.
Hey, how's it going?
Dreaded Dinosaur. Eric, introduce yourself to the radio audience.
Yeah, my name is Eric Hodson at Dreaded Dinosaur and all the social medias. I have a comic called Dreaded Dinosaur Man on Webtoon. Published Roddy Piper, the Kilted Avenger, which is available on Pro Wrestling Tees website. And generally just been kind of a nuisance here on Indie Volt for quite a while. I have to apologize. I invited Ryan to come on the show, and I couldn't even get on myself because I had these PC issues this morning.
That's been going around.
It's like no warning. All of a sudden he showed up, and I'm like, "Hey, who are you?"
For some reason, when my machine with my camera set up, if my PC's on for a long extended time and I try to launch StreamYard, it doesn't know the camera's there.
Yeah. I had that happen yesterday. Yeah.
I've had it not recognize the camera a couple times when I tried to jump in. You just have to jump out and
lousy StreamYard.
Exactly. Sometimes these, newfangled technology doesn't want to mesh well with the old fangled technology.
Yeah. I've been following Ryan though on his posts on Twitter though, and the book is just gorgeous. So
Yeah.
With holidays coming up, it was a great time to have him on the show.
Yeah.
I mean,
Since-
I like the idea of this Christmas world, like having beaches and mountains and exciting hiking opportunities. And, it's kind of like an entire Santa doesn't want to just stay in the snow, all year round. He's, he needs to get out some.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just wonder if the opposite is there. Is Krampus in this story?
Oh.
No, but there are.
That would be interesting. It's like
it would
Krampus
be
being a hero for a change as opposed to a villain.
There's monsters definitely because there's monsters in the planet and stuff like that, but not Krampus. No.
Yeah, he's in that where the shadow is. We don't go there.
Sten says, "Send me some sauce to freebase with. I'm not doctrinated into this thanks and giving."
All
right. Well, we understand.
Cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
Well, we'll stick with the Thanksgiving theme, so we'll send you some cranberry sauce.
Jason says, "This will upset Varian, but today I'm thankful for newsprint comics." LOL. When and if Varian decides to join us today, we'll make sure that he sees it. Glenn says, "I saw you, and then you went."
And there we are.
There we are. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not even going to try to Gotcha X channel.
Yes,
Gotcha.
Gotcha channel. Hey.
Gotcha by itself was taken. So
yeah, that's usually how that happens.
Glenn says, "Don't send me a link."
No, it'll blow up. StreamYard will blow up.
That's what happened. When was it? When were we talking? Last Sunday we were talking and Glenn was like going, "I'm editing. Don't send me a link. Please don't send me a link." And then the more we got to talking, the more Glenn's like going, "Send me a link. Send me a link. Send me a link now." And he come on. We had a good discussion. Don't talk about Frank Bellamy. No, don't talk about Frank Bellamy.
We'll save it for Sunday.
We did that on Sunday.
Yeah.
Ryan, are you Frank Miller reincarnated?
I'm not sure I understand. Wait.
Oh, you look exactly like a young Frank Miller. That's what he said.
Oh, I see. Oh man.
Dark Knight Frank Miller.
Okay, well I hope not now because Frank Miller does not look so good now.
I was going to say I don't think
Frank
Stinch meant that as a dig. He meant that as a compliment. Yeah. Absolutely. Beautiful. Yeah. That's BrEaKfAsT that we were talking about. Where is that available on crowdfunding platform right now?
I'll show you the link. Yeah, it is on Indiegogo right now.
Indiegogo?
For about 15 more days.
Make sure you throw that link in the chat.
Yeah.
Got it.
If you would. Daniel Calban says morning.
Morning, Daniel.
Cameron again, good morning to all. Thank you, Cameron. Cameron Payne from YouTube to here. Glenn, hello, John. Hello, Marvy. Yeah. Yeah, throw that link into the chat. It's on Kickstarter. It's BrEaKfAsT. BRIC.
Indiegogo is on. It's on. Indiegogo. It's on.
Indiegogo. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Indiegogo under BrEaKfAsT.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it there's brick space A space brack?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
The link is there in the chat now.
Awesome. Link is in the chat. Sarah's in the house. Sarah. Hi there, Sarah.
Hey,
Hope
Sarah.
you're doing well. Good to see you on board. Thank you. Thanks a lot for listening. He's got that 1987 Miller look.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Not the 2020 Miller.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank God.
Just don't think about doing a spirit movie, and I think you'll be fine.
Right. And no All-Star Batman and Robin, and the list goes on.
I think it was probably Sin City where he started. Anyway, but that's my opinion.
The second Sin City movie, no.
Yeah. Glenn says, "Hi, Marv." Anyway, we're going to have Glenn Fleming on Sunday. We had a long talk yesterday, his afternoon, my morning, as we set up his StreamYard to make sure that, because before he was always talking to us on his phone. And we had a good long discussion about some of the books that he's done. Glenn's a pretty prolific author and covers a lot of subjects. So if you need to see that over on Amazon, check out, it's Glenn B. Fleming. It's Glenn with 2 N's. Glenn B. Fleming. Some awesome variety of stuff. There it is. BrEaKfAsT on Indiegogo.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I should probably try to call that over.
Yeah,
that we can blow it up.
Yeah,
here.
get it up on the screen. Looks like you're at 72% of your fixed goal, and
Yes,
15 days left. So, listeners, come on, get out there and let's get this book. Let's get into the
let's show it on the screen because, 75%, and with what was that? 15 days.
15 days.
Yes, 15 days.
15 days. Yeah. So everybody can see it because, like I said, the artwork it's lovely.
Yeah, I'm currently showing.
It's very on theme.
I'm currently showing 2 different campaigns. One for
Yeah,
BrEaKfAsT 1 and 2, and one for BrEaKfAsT number 2.
It's we failed a lot, so we have a lot of campaigns that are there's a cemetery of campaigns. But I sent you the one in the private chat.
Okay, do we need to do 1 and 2 or
it's
two?
just 1 or 2? It's just 2. Yeah, because you
Okay.
can get 1 and 2 in 2, but it's just 2.
Awesome. I understand. It's too bad you can't combine those 2 campaigns together because there's 1,100 on the 1 and 2 campaign.
Yeah, it's a shame, but it just is what it is.
Yeah. Well, you live and learn, and everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's going to do, as far as I know, there's no really perfect campaign yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no tried and true formula because everybody stumbles through this. We're still in the in an era of just the beginning of crowdfunding. So we keep comparing it to the Wild West out there as far as crowdfunding goes.
Yeah, it's like every time I do a campaign, I'm doing something different each time. So I couldn't tell you what works and doesn't work.
And there we go. Look at how colorful that artwork is. It's amazing.
Yeah, gorgeous pages.
The page that I like here.
Just phenomenal stuff.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah. The winter page where the fight happened. I like that page.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, just beautiful, bright colors, fantastic cartoony work. Check that out, folks. BrEaKfAsT at the Abominable Snowman.
It's Jack Frost. That is Jack Frost.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
He's gonna nip more than your nose. God.
Yeah, for real.
There's your body just destroy it. Yeah, he's the redemptive character. So he's kind of the focus of the issue 2. So that's kind of why he gets his own cover and he's more the focus this time around.
Looks phenomenal. I just love that. Love the choice of blues and the purple in front. It just works really well.
Yeah, I'm making shirts, so I'm gonna have him on a shirt. So I love that. I love that cover so much.
Ice skating penguins, people. Ice skating penguins and dragons with scarves.
Of course.
It's got to be great. Gingerbread people walking through the village. Is that a snowman spider? What is that?
Yes. Yes, we fully embrace that it's a fantasy world, and we don't really explain anything.
Good. I
Yeah.
mean, too many people feel the need to explain every bit of minutia, and it's such a buzzkill sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes let fantasy be fantastical.
Exactly.
Leave it at that. Yeah.
Right, and again, we're really inspired by the Rankin Bass movies. Hugely.
Oh yeah,
Right.
you can see that in the artwork. Just go over there and take a look, folks. It's amazing stuff.
Especially and I think that's the biggest inspiration. I think those movies have a timeless feel. They don't really have to explain themselves,
Right.
and I don't think a lot of Christmas movies have really tried to capture that since.
Yeah.
So I think that
it's fantastic work. Look at this.
these are fan arts actually. So
really?
Yeah.
Even your fan art is amazing. Great stuff. That's your cover there, right? You use that for your icon.
Well, that's our main villain. He's the main villain. Someone just made a different cover.
Version of him?
A version of him.
Cool. Oh, look at that. That's sweet.
Yeah.
There's the villain again.
Mm-hmm.
Bright colors. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's what comics are all about. Looks great. You have who's that? A monkey with banana socks?
Yeah, there's there's an image of a monkey because the Nutcrackers are attacking, and so someone just made this fan art of that monkey. it's just in one panel, but I guess someone really, was inspired by it. So I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah,
I mean, he has no
you'd
role.
be surprised at what resonates with people.
The Howl comics by Alan Alonso. That's also
he's
really amazing
cool.
work. Yeah, there's a Jack Davis a vibe to that I see around in his joints and that. It's just amazing work. Great fan art, man. It's great art. That's the artist right there, Raphael Sam.
That's the interior artist. Then we have Tom Barton, who did the covers, who's up below that, and then my another friend Milton, who's doing the backup story. And there's a there's a 22-page interior, and then this one we're adding a 5-page backup story, which will give people more insight into some of the characters that are focused on in this issue. Because I think backup stories are really helpful with that. They can kind of take you out of the action and give you some history on the characters and help you figure out what's happening.
Gee, and we're just like big time retail, folks. We've got the Christmas book out right in time for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Up and available.
And it just and we didn't even
Black
plan
Friday
it this way. It just worked out. Yeah.
There's your Black Friday book, and it is an awesomely professional looking book. So you need to go over there and take a look at BrEaKfAsT over on Indiegogo. 72% fulfilled. You have 15 days to go. You're halfway through your campaign, right? Was it a 30 or a 60-day campaign? 30 days.
Yeah, it was 30. I don't think we're going to extend because it would be we're just going to hopefully get to our goal in 15 days. I think we can do it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. All you need is a little bit more exposure like this, and just for folks to go over there and take a look at the quality of the work, and it's a no-brainer, really. BrEaKfAsT over on Indiegogo. That is awesome. That kid at the table.
And that's Death behind him.
Grim Reaper just snoozing away, taking a nap.
It's the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future.
Oh, okay.
So that's what they are. And so they're kind of like the narrators. And so they kind of goof around, and they're kind of the comic relief.
Okay.
Cool. Wow.
So how many issues is the entire series going to, or is each issue a standalone?
No, it is a 3-issue story as it stands, and there could be sequels maybe, but I as of right now, it's just going to be a 3-issue, 80-page story altogether. So this is issue 2, and then next Christmas we'll be funding the 3rd one, and then that's kind of my plan.
Oh, good.
Next holiday season.
Yeah.
Holiday season. Exactly.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, because like when optimally you should be getting this out before Thanksgiving, so everybody could have it for Christmas.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. Right.
It just becomes the entire holiday thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It does make it difficult when you're crowdfunding this kind of stuff, and it's hard to get things out exactly on time. And so I don't know. I mean, people will get a lot of digital rewards by Christmas, but I won't be even getting the funds by Christmas because the campaign will end like 10 days before Christmas. So, people will get almost a lot of the digital rewards. They'll get the entire backup story and what we have of issue 2 and all of issue 1. So people will definitely have stuff to read for Christmas. But unfortunately, we can't have the book to people by Christmas.
Right. Yeah. And then and then after the 3 issues, you're going to put out a trade eventually?
Yes, exactly. And hopefully we can get it picked up or distributed or something. That's my goal. I would love that to happen because, the goal with this kind of book is to make it something that people can read around the holidays, kids and adults. And I'd love it to be not just available on crowdfunding, because I think the crowdfunding, it has this, there's not kids looking to back books like that.
Right,
It's usually their parents, or so to have it in stores or something would just be the most cool thing, because people would be able to check it out. And
because it's like this book is like it's literally a type of book that you would find at like a Scholastic book fair or something. It's like it's that that's how high the quality is of it.
Right. Right.
So I hope that does happen to you.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, I do too. I really do. I think it can. Or maybe
Yeah, I do too.
sprinkle into something bigger than that. Who knows?
Yeah.
This is why I love doing podcasts like this, because you find products that are so professional looking and so polished, and they look just so awesome. When you go over to look through an indie crowdfunding page in general, and you find a product like this, you go, oh wow, where's this guy been?
Right.
Just amazing stuff.
And it's like, and just also it's like thematically it's so different than a lot of books out there. It's like I'm so used to like, all the angry guy on a cover and this, and then all of a sudden you see, wait, is that a nutcracker?
Yeah, another great example of the variety that you can find in comics, and now that's coming to crowdfunding, because some of these companies have been so stuck on doing a realistic Netflix show, or having to show their superheroes in the darkest, most realistic light possible.
Right.
Just
I used to think there
incredible
wasn't an audience for it in the crowdfunding, because it is hard. Like I said, it's hard to get people sold on it. I don't know, especially because it's a timely book, and then and that's probably why I've had a lot of fights for it, I
have to say, the only thing that's holding you back right now, in my opinion, is your visibility. You just have to get out there and get seen.
Signal to noise, yeah. Because the thing is also, it's like a lot of people, it's like they keep saying that they want to see more books for children. That's appropriate to give to their kids, and it's like, well, here it is. Here it is.
and you almost have to use outlets like this now in order to get out to a wider audience. So
exactly,
shrink that back down here. There we go. Just amazing. And
thank you.
You have a physical bundle for $24 that includes both issues, and they are print and a bookmark. Yeah, sweet. $24, folks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
and how thick are the books?
So this one is 30 pages. The other one will be 30 pages. So all together 60 pages of content. Right. Okay. So and
that doesn't count covers in that, right?
Right. No,
60 pages of comic work. Yeah.
Right. And so, it's and then, we're trying to do this thing. If we succeed, there'll be a collage so people can, this was last year's collage of Christmas photos. So hopefully people will be able to submit. Cute. And we try to do some cool extra stuff in the back too.
Yeah. Do you have create a Christmas character?
Yes. Last year. Yeah, last year we did the create a Christmas character, and we had people create a lot of fun. Here's some here in this little, since it's a fantasy book and there's a lot of factions and wars.
Hang on just a second, Ryan.
Yeah, we're gonna blow you up. Let me
blow you up here. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So we have over on this corner some. Oh, so this elf here was created by someone. This little cat was created by somebody, and it just adds more flavor to the book. I think crowdfunded books should have more participation. People are craving participation. In even in some of the most popular franchises like Star Wars, people crave participation. They get angry if the Mandalorian doesn't have it doesn't go the way that they want it to go. So I just think that allowing people to be participating in your book is huge, and crowdfunding allows you to do that. Even though it's in a small way, it's still really cool, I think.
Well, I think having your, like creating a character and having it appear is a lot more interesting than just having a list of names in the back.
Right.
Although that's nice too.
It is. It's better, I think, too.
And for $95, you have a become an elf tier.
It's
Tell us about that.
There's a scene where our characters find the elves that Santa kind of just left, because he again, there's kind of a drama going on where he doesn't have enough Christmas spirit to be powerful anymore. He can't defend himself against the Nutcracker, so he's escaping. So then the elves are there in this forest, and we kind of see what they've been up to, and so there's an opportunity to have some likenesses going on, and one person has pick that so they can have their likeness on an elf. I kind of created it for someone who just said, I'd like to do that. You kind of have, I didn't have something like that before, so I figured we'd just add it. Why not? And we also have a tier where you can pick, donate 4 books to the Boys and Girls Club, a chapter of your choice. So kind of to add to the Christmas idea, I wanted to give people that option.
And that's only $45 too.
Right.
And what is that? What does that get you? 4 books donated?
Yes, exactly. 4 books.
Sweet. That is awesome.
That is great. Ryan, do me a favor and put your link in the private chat so that we can share it out.
It's already there.
Yeah, it's already there. Yeah.
It's already
for our radio audience, you're hearing Meredith Logren, who's joined the discussion. Meredith, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, you guys. I am Meredith Logren. I am the associate editor over at Geek Insider, as well as the executive producer of the Geek Insider podcast. I am a kind of a newbie comics creator myself. I love the fact that I kind of tripped into the comics world thanks to Geek Insider, and the community just kind of grabbed me by my shirt and dragged me all the way in. So it's been a journey. There is no escape, and I mean, and right now, so.
You literally got Scorpion. It's like, get over here.
Yeah. It was just and zap if you try and get out. But so it's been quite a journey. I am very appreciative of everything and everybody that I've met along the journey. It has been a blast. It is a blast. It's a lot of hard work too. But anyway, if you guys wanted to follow me, I've actually got an anthology of horror that's going to be coming out very soon. I broke Kickstarter yesterday because I was looking at it.
Oh.
we all know that it wasn't your fault, Mary.
It was me. I admit it. Okay.
No, no, couldn't have been just you. No.
But no, I don't see it in private chat because I came in late. So if you can drop that in again, that would be great.
Yeah, do it again. We should be running it probably as a banner along the bottom.
Okay.
So we're also joined by the fantastic owner of Indie Volt Media, Varian Grant, is on board. Varian, how you doing, buddy?
Happy Thanksgiving morning. Can you guys hear me
Happy
okay?
Thanksgiving. Yes, you are fine.
I'm not gonna lie. I woke up late. I wish I had some fantastic story, but that's it. That's the story. I woke up late. I woke with my alarm saying, "Oh shit, babe, your show." And that was my alarm. Kicks. It is Meredith's fault. But I know one thing about everything crashing late yesterday afternoon. Amazon there better be a discount on my AWS bill this month.
Oh, I highly doubt it.
It needs to be. Listen. It could be 30 cents. But there needs to be a discount.
Bezos isn't becoming a trillionaire because he's paying people. It's like, you ain't getting a dime back.
Yeah.
I want to be a billionaire so like all my friends and family can turn against me.
And we're currently running the BrEaKfAsT video if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube. And there's the artist, Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Ryan again. Interlocking. Where are you from, Ryan?
I'm from. I live in New York, but I'm originally from like Michigan, Indiana area.
There we go.
Just an amazing book. Look at that. And no music, but.
Well, yeah, because we're not monetized, but we don't need the hassle of a copyright strike.
We get into enough trouble all on our own.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stuffing, but
yeah.
Can you hear me?
It's usually
amazing. We heard stuffing.
Was that we get to tell Margaret Hudson she made her first appearance on Indie Volt.
Get to tell who?
Dreaded Dinosaur's wife. We can tell she made her first appearance.
There we go.
I now own.
Tell her yes on the stuffing. Yes on the stuffing.
I now own her voice. It's going to be in every remix I can make.
Russ.
We're also currently joined by Russ Leach. Mr. Russ Leach, introduce yourself, Russ.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Happy Thanksgiving.
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just an ordinary November day over here.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes. Hello. I'm an illustrator. I produce comics and storyboards and stuff like that. I live in the UK, and I currently have a book out called Only Death Can Save Us. So check it out.
It's a lighthearted book featuring death.
Yeah, it is. It is
Russ
light-hearted.
is a good drawer.
And he is.
Just wanted to chime in and say, Ryan, I bought your first book.
Thank you.
And your second one is on my radar.
Thank you so much.
But excellent stuff.
We also want to say that Russ Leach's Only Death Can Save Us is another one of those books, just like BrEaKfAsT, where when you go over, you see the quality of the product, you just have to buy in.
Yeah.
Because it's that good, it's that polished, and it deserves as much support as it can possibly gather.
That's right, and you gotta help. We gotta make sure that book makes some money. Otherwise, Russ is gonna go over to WeFunder.
Oh no!
Yeah, start his own company.
He's going to ask for investors.
No.
You too can own a percentage of an ambiguous IP.
That's an inside joke, Ryan, from the last couple of episodes.
I think I may have missed out somewhere.
Did you? I have to fill your messages up full of stuff to go videos to go watch.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think you might enjoy it.
They're going live in about 5 days, so I'm sure you're going to hear a little bit more about that campaign as it goes along.
It is the most. If you thought Comic Blast was shady,
imagine using Comic Blast to create something for whatever pop culture.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Be the perfect.
Just an assembly line of shit. No.
Yeah.
See,
it did win the Grift King Award on Tuesday.
For
the week.
Yeah.
Smacks of quality. Can't wait.
Oh, by the way, this is not sponsored. This is not sponsored or anything. But if everyone remembers my my Comic Blast rant video, Clip Studio Paint is on sale 50% off.
Is it really? Cool.
Get an actual program. If you need an actual program that is made specifically for comic book artists, Clip Studio Paint is on sale.
Buy it. I do digital, and I'd say about 80% of my work is digital. So I do use it because I print stuff out, and I use Clip Studio even when I'm doing traditional stuff. It's a fantastic program. It took me forever because I'm an old geezer to get on and actually get the program. I'd been using Photoshop, still do, but I've been using Photoshop for like 30 years, some ridiculous amount of time. And I got hold of Clip Studio, and it is without doubt a brilliant soft piece of software for drawing comics. So get involved. If it's at half price, buy it.
Yeah. Because usually the next time they have a sale like this is for 4th of July. So
you get like two, maybe if you're lucky, 3 opportunities a year to get a discount on the software. Yesterday I was working on finishing up this Mick Foley Christmas card design that I got commissioned to do. And I found myself like, I'm just going to do this in Photoshop, save time. I'm like, I hate this experience now. It's just not good like Clip Studio. So
Eric gets to do all the cool stuff for celebrities, but that's okay because I've firmly attached myself.
Is it really is it a Mick Foley piece? Unless it has a tooth coming out of the nose, it's not truly a Mick Foley piece.
Eric is funny because I'm going through his phone and there's Rustler's phone numbers in there, and I'm like ghetto girlfriend mindset kicks in, start copying numbers, texting myself, but Also, I have firmly attached myself to Eric's coattails. So when wrestlers meet him, they meet me. And I'm like, I don't want his business. I'm just gushing over the wrestlers like,
yeah. They want to eventually get something from somebody. Not like
and I want something too, a picture with them. I'm like, it's Billy Gunn. Hi.
I don't think I'll get in trouble if I share this because it's fun. But here's one of the things I was working on yesterday.
Hudson, you leaked it on IndieVolt. I'm just kidding. Oh, there you go. I'll bring it up. Mick's trying to stop me. There it is.
So this is the interior of the card with Mick Foley and the sleigh.
Oh, that's funny. That is so cute.
Eric, did you do that background? Or was that a background that was provided from somewhere?
You have all 3 versions of them. That's kind of cool. You have Do Love Cactus Jack as well as the one that we fell in love with, Mick Foley.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be offered up.
The only one that's missing is Mankind. You didn't do a Mankind.
Well, Mankind's in there.
He's doing a Snowball.
He was in the back.
Okay.
My name is Dude. Oh, sorry, no.
Yeah, this will be available. There'll be it's going to be on a live stream signing thing in December, and you get an opportunity to get a personalized message and a Christmas card from Mick Foley. So
very nice, very nice.
He actually is a very great dude.
Oh yeah, no, he's top notch. I haven't got to see him all year because of the COVID crap, but usually every time we're on a show we catch up. So
I remember someone calling Eric. I'm not sure which wrestler it was, but they called Eric while we were either on the road to a convention or in the hotel room, and it was a quick conversation. But I'm standing there like this next to him, and my eyes are like this, and I'm like, I'm jumping down, I'm hoping like Eric will drop the phone or something.
Yeah.
So I had to pick up like, oh my God, I love you, bye. But it was total. Yeah, you guys should have seen me the first time that Randy knows the story, and I've told a little bit of it before, but I was foolish when my first company was in his Death Throes. I said, I can save it. I'm gonna throw a Comic-Con. Don't laugh. And I invited 3 people: Randy Zimmerman, Kevin Sambidia, and James O'Barr. And I reached out to James before I invited him, obviously. And I reached out to him through his agent. Well, James called my office back himself. My mother, who was filling as secretary that day, wrote his name down and his telephone number. So when I came back to the office with another artist, she said, some guy called you.
Some guy.
Jim Goodbar. Jim O'Barr, that's what it was. And I'm like, who? And she's like, James O'Barr. Yeah, that's the name. Oh my goodness. I ran into, here's the number. I had his number in my hand. I'm shaking. I must have stood there and looked at the number for 20 minutes before calling it. And it was funny when I called it and he answered. We talked for like 20 minutes, and it's like a regular guy.
Yeah.
I would hope.
Amazing how that works. Yes.
Listen, much better than me, because if I'm famous, nope, the fame was going to my head. I'm telling you right now. There's going to be stuff behind me. You're not going to know what you're hearing, like giraffes, elephants. Even if I got to get a track.
Harem girls.
Yeah. For a second, I thought you said bound girls. Like, what?
Well, that too.
Yeah.
Whatever you're into. There's no kink shaming here.
I did want to ask. I did want to ask Ryan about with his book. Randy, it's hard to be breaking back up here. I see you're still sharing your screen. Ryan, I see, and I think it's who was it? Someone said, I think it will make a good. Yeah, Glenn said it will make a great animated film. Yeah. And it does. When I first came in, I'm looking at it. The character design there is lends itself very well to animation.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Daph? I mean, you.
Oh no, absolutely. Actually, what I like about it is just how, it's good. It could be easily a movie, but it's going to be an expensive movie because, like I said, he really pushed the fantasy element of the entire concept. Like, this is a fantasy. He didn't kind of like dumb down the concept, so that's like, well, in case it becomes a Netflix thing, we have to make it affordable for them to make it. And it's like, no, he took the fantasy element and he ran with it. That's the thing. I want something to it's like, if you're going to like aim for Netflix, like for that type of media, I mean, I say go for it, and it's nice. It's nice, really nice to see that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no we don't really have any explanation for all the fantasy characters. They kind of just exist in the world. And yeah, you're right. I mean, the dragon, there is a part where we see the dragons they live where the Nutcracker's headquarters is, which is kind of like a Mustafar lava planet. But there's no explanation. So I like that escapism too.
Yeah,
I think that's really great because Now, I think for kids, I think maybe we feel like in children's stories we have to explain that to kids, but really we don't.
Right.
I think it's really more an adult impulse to feel like, oh, well, we need to explain this, but we really, I don't think you need to. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I really do think that is an adult impulse, because those are the only people who really demand that type of thing. Like, oh, it's like, well, why did this happen? Why did that happen? It's like, oh, this is a loophole. This is a plot hole, and like they're obsessed with that, and it's like, and it's so unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, like a kid could read this, and they're like, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was actually watching Rudolph a couple days ago, and I was realizing that they're actually like looking at it as a 22-year-old now. Like, there are so many plot holes. Like, for example. Why the King Moonracer, he had, it said that he flies all around the world, and he to find misfit toys. Well, why can't he find Santa Claus and bring and tell Santa Claus about the misfit toys? But he asked Rudolph to. And then like there's all these different plot holes where like the Bumble has plot holes where there's just but again, no one thinks about those because Rudolph is such a fantasy, and I think it's and it doesn't really matter, and so that's again kind of I love that.
Nobody wants a Charlie in the box.
Yeah.
That was on point. No, it's kind of like the people who complain, why didn't the Eagles just take Frodo to Mount Doom? And it's like, they're not your taxi service, and two, you wouldn't have a story, so shut up.
Exactly. Yeah. It's sometimes, but those things are just better left alone. And I mean, everyone is really mean to Rudolph in that movie, but then, Santa Claus is even really mean to him. He's like, I don't think we're going to be able to use you. And his father is like borderline abusive. Like, suck.
Yeah, it's really funny how it's like, it's like, wait a minute. The theme of this thing is that, that differences will not be tolerated until it's useful. I mean, wait, what?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so even with Rudolph, like I
can't think of the elf's name. He wanted to be a dentist. It's like there's nobody that's a doctor there that's going forward. He just wanted to be a dentist. Why can't he be a dentist?
Yeah, and it's only when he's useful that, like, when he takes out a monster's teeth, that they actually allow him to be a dentist.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's very, but you know what it is? It's also one of those things. It's like, just try not to think about it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just all about the fun. And another thing, here's another plot hole in Rudolph that I just realized. So Santa Claus, when Donner goes to find his son, Rudolph, he says, well, I need Donner because he's the most powerful reindeer, and he's going to pull the sleigh. We can't go without him. And so basically after Rudolph comes back and Bumble comes back and they celebrate and stuff, Donner does not go with them when he goes on the sleigh and stuff. Donner literally just is there at the North Pole and watches them leave. So it's just like there's all these weird little plot holes that it doesn't matter. They don't matter. But like people who are looking at it, maybe adults, would be like, that's a plot hole and that's a plot hole. It's like, it's pointless.
And then it's like, it's like, why are you sucking the fun out of everything?
Exactly.
Usually when someone has a comic on, I normally suggest who gets to play that character. But since this would lend itself well to animation, I only have two requests, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get 3 actors. You have to request 3 actors to do voice work in this movie.
Okay.
I personally probably after that just could only watch it once, just because. But you have to get Will Shatner to do a voice. Okay. You have to get John Malkovich.
Okay.
And you have to get Christopher Walken. I have to have the battle of the affected speech patterns throughout the movie. I can't wait. And you got, whatever roles they play is fine. But just imagine those 3 in a movie together and just like, I can't take it. But it's got to be animation. It can't be acting. It can't be live acting. It's gotta be
Walken would probably be good for that Nutcracker character.
Yeah,
you're probably right.
Yeah, I would definitely have Walken as the Nutcracker.
If we could bring Burl Ives back, man, that would be awesome to have his voice. His voice is literally the Christmas voice.
Yeah.
And then I would also say in Rankin Bass they had the what's his name, Mickey Rooney as Santa. I think he has a great Christmas voice too. He could narrate anything. Or and then Jimmy Durante, who did Frosty, right? Yeah. So it's just like there's so many great narrators.
Yeah. We could can always get Randy when he has to lean forward to the mic and normally it's don't you know who I am?
Don't you know who I
am? Russ, I know it's just another day there, but I demand you have some turkey. I want to.
We'll fax you some turkey.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I think everyone should celebrate America's Thanksgiving. Don't you know who we are?
I'm sure the whole world knows
the
who
problem.
you are.
Yeah,
What I was going to say.
It used to be our job, but what the hell?
Yeah. You know, I remember July 4th talking to somebody. I forget what it was, and they were like, they were over in England. Said, we don't this day. You guys are celebrating. We don't find it particularly.
Well,
I'm like, oh yeah.
Damn you, colonials!
Yeah,
the wrong side of that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize what Boxing Day was until I was taking books over to Prinny and we got to talking about the holiday. So I just figured it was one great big match.
Yeah, can be.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Purge, all the guys get together who hate each other and then, come on, take it out.
The first Boxing Day definition I read, and this is what my mother gets my mother will hold on to a book for years. And she's got a book from when she was a little girl, and it had Boxing Day in there. Mm-hmm. And so this is my definition of Boxing Day until I was like older, way older, like grown, it was a day where you would take stuff you no longer wanted, like clothes, toys, whatever it is. You would box it up, and it said you would give it to the less fortunate or your servants, maids, butlers, and they could have it.
That's an interesting definition.
Yeah. And in my mind, I thought, wait a minute, Canadians have servants? Ergo, Canadians have slaves. Hey, how come we're not Canadian? Will we be the slaves? I don't want to go with that. I've read about that. That's not cool. Shit, I was worried, and apparently it's not that.
No.
But yeah, I don't know why I heard that book said that. It messed me up for life because I'm thinking like you're supposed to pass down gifts, that you no longer want to your, your
like the white elephant stuff.
Yeah.
I've only gone to a couple of white elephant parties, and they're so much fun. It's such a blast.
Because you'd be amazed at what absolute trash really is a treasure.
Yeah.
At a white elephant.
Yeah, because you go to wrap up a gift you think is a white elephant, and somebody opens up and goes, "Oh, that's so cool! I love this.
I've always wanted this.
I've always wanted one." Yeah.
This
is going in my front yard. Yeah.
It's a major award.
Pink flamingos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I could imagine Randy wrapping up an Eisner, not an Eisner, but a couple different awards. Not an Eisner, but he probably wrap up a couple of comic book awards here. This is a white elephant gift. You guys can take that.
Do with it whatever you want. Yeah.
Right.
I bought Eric a lawn jockey. He didn't want it. He took it back. It was kind of mean. I'm just kidding. That'd be kind of cool. Me to give everybody lawn jockeys and watch nobody use them. Hey, everybody has to look at me in the face like, "Thanks, man."
I guess it depends on which type.
The only person
variations.
The only person that would, I think, have the balls
a lot of
to tell
variations
me,
of lawn jockeys.
The only person that had the balls to tell me was a bad gift would be Meredith, and explain to me why it's a bad gift. She does that. She does that in Terraform meetings, like why I can't do certain things, and I'm like, I don't understand. I'm gonna do it anyway, Meredith. I don't care. Then I get in more trouble.
That's probably because she's the only sensible one in the
Varian
group.
Grant to HR. Varian Grant to HR.
This is about the gifts, isn't it? This is about the gifts, isn't it?
Jack Frost in Ice Cold Beast mode.
Yeah.
Cameron says.
Yes,
definitely.
Cameron also says nice. Marvi says love you all, but I've got to go back to work.
Hey, yeah.
Take care,
Real
Mark.
world calls.
Work on Thanksgiving. Don't they know
Lynn's
who
a good
we
guy.
are?
He's in Portugal.
Sup, new ex guy. You're talking to the sup ass boys. Anyway, BrEaKfAsT again on Indiegogo.
Indigo, how many days left?
15.
15 days. 15 days. If you listen on the radio, I just got the radio numbers, Randy. We are at pretty big numbers for Thanksgiving morning. We're at 47. 47,605. Thank you guys for listening. Want to thank our friends, and we got Germany up there, we got Ireland, and we got Brazil.
Oh, Brazil.
Do we still have China?
Bom dia.
Do we still have China?
I didn't see them up there, but I guess they probably Brazil probably don't want to talk about what's going on what they call football right now. They probably don't want to talk about that. But
we feel for their loss. We do.
Yeah.
So, great art, Ryan. Looks to me like it would make a great animated film. Glenn says, absolutely. Cameron says, this fella's vision. I have to follow this story. Yes.
Thank you.
Says, I'm in a Christmas anthology. Would happily come on the show and show. Right, Stint. Yeah, we can throw you a link, no problem. Ryan, broadening parasocial relationships with newfangled ways.
Okay.
Meredith, he says, Stint says, Meredith, it's a comics blast.
Says I bought recently a tablet, and yesterday CSPX
Clip Studio Paint. Is that?
Yeah, Clip Studio.
Oh,
EX, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And my bank called and asked if an artist took me hostage.
Yeah, so there's like two versions of Clip Studio Paint. There's the basic, and then there's EX. Honestly, I recommend everybody just go straight to EX.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it has also the animation features. It has a lot of the features that you're gonna want to use anyway.
And I refuse to pay.
And let's go whole hog on this. Where can they find that on sale?
Yeah, on sale at Clip. Well, you just Google Clip Studio Paint, and it's on sale right now for the Thanksgiving weekend.
What do you think the suggested prices on that?
Oh, well, right now, the regular version is at 50% off. It's $24 right now, and then the EX version at 50% off is like $100.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm dropping the link in
if you can
private
do
chat.
it, get the
I got the sale link here. It's a little bit long.
not fun.
Do you know how much drugs I could buy for $100?
Oh boy.
Yeah, the EX is $109.
John Celestri says I use Clip Studio coloring and lettering my comics.
Yeah, see, I would like to ask John some questions because I cannot get into lettering on Clip Studio. I still do all that in Adobe Illustrator just because that's how I was trained by the good folks at Comic Craft Fonts that put out that awesome book that I recommend that everybody learn from because that's the way to do it. But
no, for real. That's how part of how I was learning how to letter too.
This book.
Yes, that book.
Wait a minute.
I have that book.
Yeah, we have that book too. I switched over to Illustrator because of them.
Randy, you have that book?
No, I don't.
Heck.
That makes me a hack. There we go. But I still letter in Corel Draw.
Idea for Randy.
Yeah, Randy opens up Corel Draw, and people are like this. What's that?
What the hell is that?
Are you beta
testing that? Then he lays it up in Pork Express.
Yeah, I know, really. The last time we had a conversation about Corel Draw, my computer completely snitched on me, and for like a week, I was just only seeing ads for Corel Draw.
No, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Coloring, lettering my comics. Moden says, "Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Much love to you all."
Happy Thanksgiving, Mike.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Well, Arnett for Jack Frost or Christmas Future. Says, touch base with me, John says.
Eric, touch base with him.
I use Clip Studio EX. Studio Paint X.
I have access to Clip Studio Paint only because I purchased a tablet and it was already on there. Oh, and I'm like, I keep tooling around with it. Like, I'm gonna learn this. Yeah, I know one day they're gonna realize that. Wait a minute, something's up here, and they're gonna disable it, and I'm gonna have to buy it.
For each license, you can install it on, I think, up to 4 machines.
Okay.
But for my use, it's like for the longest time I didn't have EX until there was a sale. I think it was last year, and I finally went to EX because I was planning the Dreaded Dinosaur comic book. And I definitely want the page features because I do so much of it in Clip Studio now. So I want that multi-page feature. But I haven't really dug into and used those extra features a whole lot yet. So you can get away with the regular version for the $24 and do a lot of work with that because I've been doing that for years. Like pretty much all my wrestling stuff, every page of Roddy Piper was drawn in Clip Studio on my iPad. And one of the things I really love about the software is they have their own cloud. So I can be in bed on my tablet, on my iPad drawing, and be like, I just want to go to the studio, or vice versa, and save it to either iCloud or to their Clip Studio Paint's cloud services. Come sit down, open up Clip Studio, and open it right up from there. And
Oh, very nice.
So
Very
it's a seamless experience.
Which one is on the tablet?
The regular version, not the
That's what I'll keep using.
It sounds so exotic being able to do that. I'm chained to my desk.
Oh.
dude, once you go iPad, it's like, because that Apple Pencil is fire.
Yeah, no, it really is.
that.
I mean, I have to upgrade so many, so much computer equipment that it's like.
Russ is what you don't know, guys, is that when Russ stands up, he's shaped like a banana now from years of drawing.
Well, that's all of us. That's all. We're all like, ugh.
Yeah.
So you want to be an artist? You want back problems?
Yeah. Glenn Fleming says the best way to.
Yeah.
Glenn Fleming says the best way to learn lettering is to look at Art Simic, Sam Rosen, and John Costanza. All hand lettering, right on the board. They rock.
Yeah. Someone creates a font based on their styles, and we all hate it.
Oh well.
That's what happened to Comic Sans. Just saying.
Well, come on. You know,
I don't know.
John's Comic Sans is closer to chalkboard writing than anything.
John says, "I'm 71, so anyone can learn."
Yeah.
You know, John, you may be a genius. That's the problem. Everyone can. Yeah, it's like, oh, I know string theory. Anyone can learn. Oh.
Yeah, and he uses a Mac. So hey, anyway.
Sounds like you can run CSP on your DOS machine.
No, but that's the beauty of it. You can run it on any machine, and it's like, so when John's Mac decides to upgrade and decides that all programs need to be replaced, you can still use Clip Studio Paint.
Yeah.
I mean, you can even get it. They have it now on the Galaxy tablets, and I hear it's a great version there too. So, and again, they have that one ecosystem for their cloud. So whatever device you want, and you can get it on your iPhone now. That seems lame, but
yeah, really.
Yeah,
I gotta look into that because I do have a lot of Android tablets that I just don't use. I hate Photoshop on those tablets.
Yeah, I can understand that. I probably would not like to draw on any other tablets I have other than the Surface. Like the other tablets just don't seem like they'd be enjoyable experience to draw on.
Stench says, I bet on a VM like the genius illustrator you are. What is a VM? Video monitor?
Virtual machine.
Virtual machine. That that's what I'm gonna do for Russ. I'm gonna take over his tablet there, and I'm just gonna start drawing. while he's drawing, what's going on here?
You do a good job.
It's the ghost in the machine.
Do we have an update on Death Can Save Us, or have you met your goal?
He met his goal.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's in demand at the moment. I whizzed through the goal. I think I'm on about $11,500 at the moment, which had a really great campaign. And I'm hacking away at the colours at the moment. So I should be able to get a proof out before Christmas and then go to print straight away after Christmas and then fulfill at the end of January.
That's tremendous.
Christmas, you guys celebrate that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, half the world.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I see how it is. That's an American holiday, by the way.
John says I draw on paper like Daphne.
I don't practice enough on, but then again, it's my system that that keeps me from really concentrating on sketching digitally, because it's just everything just chokes out. So it's just paper is just easier.
That's not what you told me off air, Daphne. You said digital artists are panty waste.
Oh, well, that too. No, I did not say that. No.
Since, as you know, how cloud gaming is expanding, soon we'll have cloud drawing.
That does already exist.
Yeah.
I sent Barry in a link. Oh, it was a while ago, but it was an idea for bringing back Art of War, where we can all collaborate on a drawing live.
Wow!
Through the cloud.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
I've been on a couple of streams like that where we all drew on the same picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Like that game back in grade school where you would fold up the paper and then everybody would draw something and it would like move on, and then it's like then you'd unfold it and then you would see what kind of drawing everybody.
No, when you got 10 crazed artists all on the same board, it's far more manic than that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
I bet.
I imagine we're just going to use to play tic-tac-toe.
Oh.
All the time. Just okay. Let's do this board here. I like that. But I've done jam pieces before at Comic-Cons, and I'm not gonna say who does it. It's no one in this room. It's always done on the drink and draw night.
Oh well, yeah.
And somehow there's always genitalia, male genitalia, that's drawn on the picture somewhere. Even you could do a character. You could do Deadpool sitting off his guns blazing, and someone's like, I'm gonna draw this on him, and you're like, and then like the next morning they're like, you have to knock on the door and tell them, hey man, that piece that we worked on, did you know they're donating that to the orphanage? Did you know that?
Yeah, it all goes to the art auction. What?
Yeah. You signed that, by the way. You signed it. So
we used to do that on the back of placemats after a hard day at conventioneering. We'd all sit around waiting for our order and turn a placemat over and do jam pieces. Yeah.
I thought you meant draw genitalia.
No, draw genitalia.
Well, that too.
I can't remember there being a lot of genitalia on those drawings.
It's very weird not having a con this year. Normally I get yelled at about how much time I spend on the road, and there was an attempt to do that last week. And then they realized I just looked like I haven't gone anywhere. I've been home since January.
I've slept in my own bed for so long now. It's like weird, you know?
Yeah. And I see people going to Comic-Cons, and I'm like, I gotta admit, guys, the hate is creeping in there. I'm like, I gotta call somebody. I gotta make a call, get them shut down. How dare they go to cons and I not? No, but if you can go to a con, I know Florida's had a few of them. They've been able to have a few smaller events.
Yeah, I'm looking at one in January. I just decide if I want to pull the trigger or not.
Yeah. I'm excited to get back to cons, but also, worried that we might not have them to get back to next year. I thought we'd be able to do this now. I thought we'd be,
Well.
No, we're not.
There's other mitigating factors out there, but
yeah,
I was really disappointed to see that Great Lakes Comic Con canceled until 2022.
Oh, did they? When did they do that?
I got the email yesterday.
I didn't see. I just haven't. I don't check my email often enough.
Yeah, apparently the college that they had it at has canceled all events first quarter of 2021 already.
Yeah, that's a real shame. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah,
very sorry.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of because the events along with conventions, a lot of the events that I follow, is half marathons, and they all canceled until 2022 as well. And I'm like going, really? I mean, not a one.
For the chat goers, I threw the link in there in the chat for the show. If you want to come on real fast and wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, or
I'm actually going to have to bail because I have to start getting ready for family stuff. So I'll free up.
Oh, there you go.
Understandable. Yeah. Well, we still have there's space here for 12, so I think.
Happy Thanksgiving, all of you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, Eric.
Thanksgiving, Eric.
Hope you get a chance to practice some civil disobedience.
There you go.
Depending on your state, and I'm certainly going to go do that. And just I can't wait to get back on it. My Lettuce Dreaded Dinosaur Man, I'm going to try to have it up by Saturday. It may just end up going into next week just because of the holiday to get that up and running. But yeah, looking forward to that. And you can find that on Webtoon, Dreaded Dinosaur Man. And I still have a sale on my website for till the end of the month, half off all my artwork, erichodson.com. So appreciate helping pay December's rent. And you all have a wonderful day. I'm going to log off of the internet for the rest of the day.
Eric,
That's
happy
what you think.
Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Take care.
That's what you think. We'll find you.
We'll always find you.
Yeah.
Now we're away from that tic-tac-toe board again. That knocks Daphne away from the Ann B. Davis square.
So Stinch, have you moved out of the bathroom yet?
Welcome aboard, Stinch. BrEaKfAsT.
Yeah, I moved out. Don't worry about it.
You know, I feel your pain, man. I've never been inflicted with dysentery, but
we've all had to crawl to the bathroom at least once in our life.
The 21st century.
Okay, so let me explain the situation, all right? Let me explain the situation just clear as crystal, right? It was diarrhea, but I thought it was dysentery because I usually go a little bit too hard on the black hole, okay? It sucks up. It sucks up toilet paper like an ammunition barrel, and I think I went about like 20 rolls during the whole week.
You know,
yeah, but I'm not here to shit up the whole chat.
Oh
Just
no, absolutely.
There are
people,
get it off.
people try because this is the story we need on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
we are thankful we don't have dysentery.
Depending on your family who cooks, you may save your life.
That's a salmonella.
Yeah. You know,
botulism.
I got a wild caught turtle, and I'm always afraid of salmonella. Like I'm afraid of salmonella crawling out the tank, jumping onto me, and like latching on and just.
That's literally another thing where you just gotta wash your hands.
That's a very weird name for a turtle, by the way.
It is. You know what's funny is that's what we named one of them, Salmonella.
Salmonella.
And he was my wife's brother had him, and my son would call him Sal. Sal, I want to be Sal when he's a baby. You know, it was
What's our radio number?
Evil Turtle. We are at 51-112.
Sweet. You can tell everyone's definitely home today.
You're like, what the heck is he? What are they talking about?
We appreciate all of you. You're listening to the Breakfast Buzz on the Indie Volt Radio Network.
And also, Randy, I should mention too that yesterday's show, actually, when they tabulated all the numbers, another good show, we actually had up to 60 at one point.
Oh wow! Okay.
Wow,
that was a high number
on Geekgasm. That's awesome.
We got up to 60 last night. Because it's
sweet.
What you really want is you want to see the number after the next morning when they tabulated everything. By the time everything is, and then it's kind of like the election. You go to sleep, you wake up. All right, what's going on? Okay, all right.
Yeah, Ryan, you've seen the program before. You're new to the show though, but we have Ryan Hawk on here from BrEaKfAsT on Indiegogo. So yeah, we have a worldwide reach. That's why we have crazy people like Russ and Stincha.
Right.
So Stitch, you said you did a Christmas book?
Mm-hmm. I did, sure, sir.
And was it an anthology?
Yeah, it's in an international collaboration, actually.
Sweet.
Let me just pop on the big screen here.
And let me see what's Russ sharing. What are you sharing?
Oh, sorry, it's just you'd asked how it was getting on, so I thought I'd drop a page.
Cool. Look at that.
That's a foom.
Yeah. Wow, that's a foom. I thought you'd appreciate it.
Always appreciate a good foom.
That's powerful. Boom is showing some power.
Boom. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
Friends of old Marvel.
Friends of old Marvel.
Yeah.
Old. The key there on old is it's not,
it's become
Friends of
old
new Marvel. Yeah.
Here we go, Stench. 9 volt.
There you are. That's sweet.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not plagiarized by the Indie Volt.
No.
Just a disclaimer here. But yeah, this is the cover for the 9 volt holiday special. Mirth, Magic, and Merry Mayhem. And it's a collaboration with the AAA creator community, which hosts about 10 stories for this installment of the third installment of a series. The previous 9 mold anthologies have been thematically superhero and pulp, and for this one, we're aiming to serve 10 stories for Christmas.
Cool.
Spread across about 100 pages, I think, 107 pages.
Good.
Holly Jolly Fisticuff. Sounds like my family.
Yes. So here we have Santa's Secret Service by Daniel McGinnis, also known as Sideburns on YouTube. He did just a banger up 27-page story, I think. And then we have my contribution, Detective Ted Tired in Bearable Times. And we have Snow Day by Daylay, who's also on YouTube. Isildt and the Prometheus Power in The Christmas Curse by Peter Seckler, the organizer and editor of this comic anthology. Thunderson and Lightning Bug by Holly Jolly Fistcuffs by R.B. Tower. Zippity Clown by Ronnie Gunter, a.k.a. Crimson Owl, who hosts the Comic de la Muerte with Farbreaker Studios on YouTube. Navi by Christian Presidio. I have trouble with names too, as you can understand. A Boy and His Cat by Jacob Moore. Captain Courage in the First Christmas by Francisco J. Salazar, also known as Salazar Art Nation on YouTube. Kay Lee and Crimson Carnelian in Yesterday's Christmas by Art Anon Studios.
That's cool.
A lot of people know that book.
Where can they find this? Can they get this off of Amazon?
You can buy this directly from Lulu.com.
Lulu.com.
Right now.
Wow. Okay, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
The 9-volt holiday special. 9 is the actual number 9.
And you can buy this. You can buy a copy for $622.
Yeah, that's pretty affordable too. I mean, now that ships worldwide, right?
It ships worldwide, and it's in all black and white, just as God intended it.
Yeah,
so if you're interested, have a look at it.
Guys looking at
it's awesome. Thanks for showing that to us.
Look at those colors. I give them fruits, and that's what they use. It's I want to start painting. Yeah, do it. I'm gonna send it. Never mind.
Actually, I might be sharing the story that I did for free sample, so that people can get a little look at it.
Oh, sweet!
It's only 4 pages, but it's serviceable.
Ted looks tired.
Yeah, that's definitely a mood.
Yeah, he's definitely my spirit animal.
Yeah,
it's great work. That's sweet.
So it's basically just a 4-panel comic through and through with it's a silent comic. So this was initially my backup story because I was going to aim for I think it was a 13 page story, but I couldn't cram it in. So I had to accept I had to just accept the defeat and go home and take it in strides. But I think that for the next anthology, which is going to be around spring, we will go for the Cosmic Unknown, which will be like sort of European sci-fi mixed with Lovecraftian pulp into it. And yeah.
Sounds cool.
There was a statement last night. What was it about Lovecraft?
A statement?
Yeah, it was
definitely not about it.
Fan mail from some flounder?
No. Well, it was people need to get off of Lovecraft genitalia.
Oh, yeah, I agree. The man is dead.
But no,
the man is dead. Not just dead, but he's also a product of his time. So.
I like stuff though. I like looking at
step off. You know,
I do like looking at other stuff. I just I think that look, let me get a chance to go over there and ride for a second before we get off that train. I need to figure out what I can take from Lovecraft and make it my own.
Yes.
But that's the thing. I mean, it's like his work transcended whatever it was he originally believed. So it's like to still kind of like, ride a dead guy for what he believed in.
You were pointing at me when you said riding a dead guy.
A wayward hand.
Randy's a product of his time.
I am a product of my time. Thank you very much. Well, yeah, that's the thing with Lovecraft. He was a phenomenal writer. He was an incredible mind. Though, some of his writing is a little dry, but he was very much the product of his time. And there were racial attitudes back then that are no longer acceptable today.
I mean, actually, what's really funny
necessarily
is that
make him a racist. That just make him a product of his time.
was actually extreme for his time. I mean, it's like when you have, I think it was Sir Arthur Conan Doyle telling him to chill.
Yeah.
With that,
Well, he was a dark individual. All you got to do is read his books to know he wasn't on. His brain was wired a little bit different, than everybody else, but he could tell an incredibly good yarn.
But it's like I think it's ridiculous to hold the work now. I mean, because like I said, it transcended. So, also he's dead, so it's like, really, we're arguing about a dead guy.
You can't hold up that kind of a magnifying glass to the work without understanding the real context of it.
Well, that's true. I mean, but the thing is, though, it's like understanding the context and then judging the work by it are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like passing judgment on it based on that context. It's like it's like it's kind of like. It's like, look, Rosemary's Baby is my favorite movie, but we all know about Roman Polanski. It's like Abbey Road's my favorite album, but we all know about John Lennon. It's like, okay, what's the point? It's like, I know. So, it's like
the art's out there, just
right.
And will always be out there.
Yeah.
You might as well find the context for it and understand it, enjoy it for what it was.
Right, exactly. That's like it still has meaning, but understand the context. But
it's okay to like Gary Glitter songs. It really is.
Right, yeah, exactly. Jeez, yeah, I know. It's like, I mean, it's kind of weird because it's like if you're gonna try to like sanitize media, you're gonna find yourself wanting. There's not gonna be anything left. I mean, to put it bluntly, everyone's an asshole.
Plus, if you try to excise those kind of that kind of belief and those kind of words, it's like, without understanding the history and being able to point out to people that that was wrong,
right?
Then nobody's ever going to learn, and you're going to see that cycle end up repeating again,
right?
Because history does repeat itself.
Yeah,
that pendulum could swing back at any time.
Mm-hmm.
The place for bad ideas is out in the public, so that you can discuss them, not hidden away.
Right?
And certainly, art. My personal view is art should be separated from artists wherever possible.
I mean, it's like because it's like they're artists I don't interact with at all because I just find them so abhorrent. But I mean, but in the end, it's like that's just what it is. It's like, okay, so I'm not going to interact with your artwork anymore. I can find other people doing artwork that I enjoy. I'm not going to obsess on this one guy who I don't like.
But more importantly, you're not going to tell anyone else they can't enjoy that work.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, okay, good for you. What can I say? Because that's I think that goes into really dangerous territory when we start demanding a certain purity from the content that we make, and it's like, no. Don't tell me what to do.
Just have to be an understanding that we grow and evolve as a society. Some of the older artwork is is a product of their time.
Right.
I, on the other hand, have solidified myself I figured out how to make myself massively successful. First of all, unfortunately, it doesn't, like most artists, it will not work until I'm dead. But check it out.
Uh-oh.
So I found all these books and I bought as many as I could. They were on clearance at the department store, and I bought as many as I could.
I see you've dusted them off.
They're called. They say secret society on them. Okay. My plan is to take these books. They're blank. They're blank. You just write them, whatever you want. I'm gonna write cryptic messages, right? Things about people in here. I'm gonna write. Okay. And then I got a bunch of them. And every year, until I get old enough, I am going to make sure that my wife, when I pass, she cannot tell anybody I passed. My death must be ambiguous. My death must be implied, but nobody must be discovered. And on the last page of one of these tomes, I'm gonna write Croatoan.
Make sure you number them so that they can be read in order.
Yes, and I'm gonna write Croatoan and watch the money pile in. Watch the money pile in. Now, unfortunately, I won't be around to spend it. But
oddly and strangely enough, that was the exact thinking of the Unabomber.
Like right now.
You know what? He has the look going right now.
Yeah.
You're halfway there already. Just get out there in the woods. Build your mathematically perfect shed.
Yeah, listen. For the world's sake, you guys better hope this comic book thing works out. Because Lord help me if I use my powers for evil.
That's where you have the entire formula for unraveling the time-space continuum hidden inside of one of the tomes.
Yeah.
As people are going through and reading it, things slowly start coming apart. That's why we have this year, you know.
Yeah.
I was watching some videos of a guy who was actually like burying, like I guess he was a contractor, and what he does is that he puts like weird stuff in the walls of the houses that he works on. So it's like, in the future, you know, people who start working on the house again, they find all the stuff that he stuffed in the walls.
Most people would just call those bodies.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, my house, when it was due for renovation, my parents' house, they were tearing up the wall interiors, and they found like 100-year-old toys from way back. So they found like a little miniature gun and all that stuff hidden between like the tree left.
Got to go.
Funny.
100-year-old toys bring 100-year-old kids or the specters of them. I can't have that in my house. I can't.
That's why you run out to Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah. I got to get rid of. Well, no, because then if I give it away,
I found this in the walls of my house that I bought. You know,
then the little ghost kids are mad. I want my teddy. You're never gonna sleep again.
Yeah.
Wow,
that would be it too. Be haunted the rest of your life because you took the toy out of the wall.
And it's 100-year-old ghost. So, like I said, those ghosts are gonna be products of their time. They're not gonna use the best language you're talking to me.
Probably not.
They might well love Mel.
I think an adventure into Varian's mind will probably not be a good idea. I think he would probably come out half insane.
Well, that's why he makes the comics that he makes.
Yeah,
Varian, you need
all
to
these angry depression comics.
Yeah. I make neon depression comics.
Okay, yes, not to be confused with soft-headed pastel depression comics.
It's Schumacher by way of Kubrick. And no,
really?
It's not.
Are you sure?
No.
That'd be Kubrick by way of Ed Wood. There's a reference that went right over his head, folks.
No. I was thinking about it, but I'm like, and that's a good question for everybody. If you had to put your style of making comics to a director, no matter if they're modern or they've since passed or they're no longer working, who would you say your comic making style is closer to? I think mine is probably Kevin Smith.
To answer that question, we're bringing on board Mr. John Celestri.
Speaking of animator,
yeah. I have no style at all, so therefore there's my style. I have no style. Randy, any director did you think influenced your comic making?
Hanna-Barbera comes to mind.
Hanna-Barbera.
No, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Happy
It all
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, John.
Thanksgiving.
And all depends upon the product I'm working on. You know, the different influences involved, and blah blah blah. So.
For Anthony Figueroa, for God's Hand, it's definitely Michael Bay. He's going from beat to beat to beat. You're like, no, go back. He's like, nope. We're two scenes ahead now. Yeah.
Well, at least it's not Ryan Johnson.
No.
Right? Yeah, no.
That's who's influenced a lot of Joe D. McPhee's work, Ryan Johnson. Now you got
Is that what it is, Joe?
No.
Joe's no.
You'll be surprised what mine will be.
I'd like to think Frank Capra, but that's probably a stretch.
No, that's not too far. It will be Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick.
I
was talking about my stuff. So your stuff.
I'm very meticulous about how I do things. So
for Ryan, it's all Quentin Tarantino.
Me,
just kidding. Just kidding. That's kind of what you've done, folks.
Nutcracker that did it.
Right.
It's more Rankin Bass.
Yes, exactly.
Mine would be it's like would be Don Bluth and Peter Jackson. Although this obviously is older than Peter Jackson, but if we could get Don Bluth and Peter Jackson together.
Oh wow, that would be an interesting combination.
Yeah, probably be a fight.
Russ, you've been lobbed this question before, haven't you?
Have I?
Yeah, during Is It Just Us? I think Lucifer talked about it.
I may have been asleep since then.
Only the mention can save us.
Yeah. Only forgetfulness. I don't know. I don't know who could. So the question is, who do you think would direct what you're producing?
Well, no, whose directorial style is closer to the way you make a comic?
Oh.
It's like, have you been influenced by any director, or
No, I don't think I've been influenced by a director, but probably George Lucas. I think that's probably just because of the way that he makes movies. I think I'm stuck in the Bronze Age, so it's probably closest.
and Meredith?
Yes, sir.
Who for you? What is it? I mean, you just look. You got pages back now. Pages are back.
I do.
So.
I've actually. I was gonna share a screen with a couple of the pages that I got back.
Cool.
Let's take a look at this artist's work. Make sure you tell him, Meredith, that we all looked at his work. Hey, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
That is really
nice. One of the interior pages of.
Can you zoom in on it?
Can I? Let's see.
Oh, that's hideous. I can see what's going on.
Yes.
I can see what's going on there.
Yeah.
This is dark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very, very much so, and I love it.
in.
I love it. So that is basically page 5 interior, and
the last Exodus of Bird. Yeah, that's not going to be pretty.
Oh yeah. Whenever,
yeah. Well, this is one of my favorites. I don't know if you can see that on the bottom left here.
She's chewing on a cat.
Resist joke there.
Yes.
Resist joke.
And then she wakes up.
Yeah.
It's a dream. I was dreaming
But
it.
she's all scratched up and bloody and everything like that, So and then we go into
And not hungry anymore.
Yeah, really.
So,
There goes lunch.
So
Yeah.
it kind of goes into, she's scrubbing away, and oh my gosh, she's hiding her clothes. She's at school. Oh no. And her friends are like, what's wrong with her?
Does she not like?
Bathroom, she looks into the mirror, and then she sees, I'm a monster.
I have so
And
many
this
questions.
is actually one of my favorite pages because it's a nightmare scene. And Antonio Brandão is from Portugal. He did such a great job with this. But yeah, this is my first one, and this is going into Terraform Continuum. So we expect to launch the Kickstarter, I believe, in January, and hopefully this will be out by February.
Don't tell me that the other woman gets punched. It's like, wake up.
Meredith, can you go back to the first page?
Yeah.
And to that bottom. Okay. Right there. First of all, I try not to make. I gotta ask. I got a question.
Don't say it. I know that because Rob already said it.
Well, no. It's yeah. There's that.
Varian just wants to be a troublemaker. Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, there's 3 things going on here. First of all, she did wake up scratched. Does she own a cat outside of that dream?
No.
So okay, because she woke up scratched, I'm wondering if she really get a hold of Mr. Fluffy while she was sleeping. Like
She was like sleepwalking.
Yeah. You eat a giant marshmallow in your dream. You wake up, you don't have a pillow. I was wondering if she got a hold of her cat. Actual one. Also, what do you got against KFC?
What?
What?
You think that's chicken, guys? That ain't chicken. That ain't chicken. That ain't chicken. What do you get? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The local Chinese food store.
See, I wasn't gonna go there. I wasn't gonna go there.
Shame. Yeah, took it to a wrong direction.
I said KFC
on Thanksgiving on top of all things.
I picked on an American tradition of KFC.
We're a product
Meredith.
of our time.
Yeah, Meredith's like, I can get away with
The views and opinions featured on Info.
Also,
and my good friend Rob Anderson was like, "Why is she eating pussy?"
Yeah.
Oh no!
I was gonna say something about yeah. I decided I didn't want any problems. I didn't want any problems.
I said it. I saw the TVMA.
Yeah.
So
I'm up here. It's like it went from
What's funny is that
bad
was
about
the joke.
culture to something that was psychodramatic about people's sexual orientation.
See, I was like, LGBT's not coming after me. Not today. Not today. I'm sitting out. Meredith, this art looks fantastic. I'm jealous.
It does.
Yeah. Antonio is amazing. And that was just one of the things where I had the story in my head. I had a vision in my head, and I went and sought it out on DeviantArt. And then I made sure that I was looking for, like, first of all, what are the projects he worked on, delivery and things like that, feedback from other people who have worked with him. And I was just like, this is the guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She shouldn't be that shocked to waking up after that dream. You get used to the taste. Anyway,
and you would know how? What?
I don't know. I don't know. Never mind. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut as Thanksgiving people are around.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Enjoy your turkey.
Yes. Ask me that question Tuesday.
Enjoy your turkey as we show you some really questionable.
Lola says he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know.
Oh no!
Now what's our radio number?
Yeah, it hasn't gone up actually. Hasn't gone up. Bring some class back to the show, John the animator.
Yes,
John.
Yes.
You got some campaigns out there going,
right?
And I'm very jealous because you have campaigns going. I don't. I never launched a campaign, but you learned how to do it very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
And then now you're telling us that you know how to use CSP, and anybody can do it.
Okay,
yes. Yeah. Are you aware that you are a genius though? And the rest of us.
My mom said I was no different from anybody else, so I haven't officially been sanctioned as a genius.
Did your mom play Dragon's Lair?
Up in heaven, yes, probably yes.
So see, so she should realize her son's genius. No. I make sure. I think I'm gonna make sure my son watches Rock and Rule today too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We should probably have John introduce himself to the radio.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to add on.
I'm John.
Just came in.
I'm John Silvestri. I just dropped by to say happy Thanksgiving to all you. And I have been an animator for 45 plus years. Animated Boba Fett in the Star Wars Holiday Special, on Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, Rock and Rule, Batman, He-Man, and She-Ra, and what else is there? And I'm a comic book artist now. So, but I'm back to where I started when I originally wanted to be. I wanted to be a comic book artist, imitating like Wayne Boring and those, was it the old and Jack Kirby and those were my influences. But life, I found out I could make drawings move, so I went into that. But here we are now, and I'm doing comic books. So with my own little line. Pardon?
Yeah. It all comes full circle.
Oh yeah, especially if you live long enough, you can complete the circle and then lap it. Because basically what's happening is that I've reached a point where I now know how to do what I wanted to do when I was 5 or 6 or 7. But you have that frustration of like, how do I make this work? Well, you do enough, and you suddenly learn. So, and that's what it is. So now I do the Stuffy and Zoe and the Mega Moose, and now Bloodwing Angel. So it's a whole range of mature to innocent material, and that's now that I know how to use the material and how to write and draw. Now I do it. So. But you asking everybody else what your influences were, right? Okay. I would say I have to do a combination of things of Jack Kirby as a comic, Jack Kirby and Will Eisner as influences, with a touch of Bill Titler. The animator Bill Titler, if you don't know who he is, he's the master animator of all time. He did Grumpy in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. He did Baby Dumbo, and he did the Devil on Night in Bald Mountain.
Oh yeah.
So you have that range of the innocence to evil, and being able to do it with movement and drawing. That's a Michelangelo loftiness. Everybody else, is really works off of him. So go ahead.
I remember that was that was Fantasia, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
And I remember
Night on Bald Mountain sequence. It's Chernobyl.
I remember not liking that as a kid.
Yeah.
And as a teenager. Yeah. And as a young adult who was drunk and watching Fantasia, like, oh no, turn that shit off. That's too freaky, too scary. That's wow.
Yeah, that's a range, and it hasn't been equaled. I mean, that Devil has not been equaled with in terms of animation drawing. I mean, you could do all kinds of stuff, but you still have to surpass it, and you can't. I mean, there is a certain range. Anyway, those are the comic book artists. Those are the cartoonists. For a film, it would be John Huston and John Ford. Those are the ones who are between the storytelling and use of camera, composition, and being able to say exactly what they want to do, and not spend a lot of time doing it, because you don't have to. I don't go for the having to rework and rework. No, these were all people who said, okay, we got to do this. Okay, we have so much time to do this in. Okay, we'll do it. And you just keep on going, and the more you learn, the harder, the stronger you get, the more you do, and so on. So you build your creative muscles that way. So those are my my influences.
Stench wrote that he was influenced by Gaspar Noé. I was also influenced by Gaspar Noé a couple of months ago. Gaspar No Love, the movie on Netflix. I suggest everyone go check it out. Randy checked it out.
I would suggest anybody over the age of 18 go check it out.
Yeah, anybody over the age of 18 go check out Gaspar No Love.
Yeah. Once you get through those first 10 minutes or so, you'll realize exactly what kind of movie this is.
This is on Netflix, so it's got to be okay, right?
Oh yeah, just because it's on Netflix, sure, yeah.
Netflix wouldn't put anything up that's not.
Takahashi Miki is another wild one too.
Randy, I sent you a message on Facebook. Try not to react on screen.
Paul Thomas Anderson, also one of my favorite movies, and I can't remember the name of it now, that he directed.
Boogie Nights.
No, after that. It's a touching, almost like a soap opera tale. Tom Cruise plays a TV evangelist preacher in it.
Magnolia?
Magnolia, yes,
Yeah.
Magnolia. What an amazing movie! All of this heart-wrenching drama, and then it rains frogs. Very amazing.
No, don't make that joke there. Jeez, what's wrong with you? No, nope. Not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. I can't put it on anybody. Well, I can't. Jody told me he was amazed by the directorial debut of R. Kelly. Amazed by it. Joe's like, yeah, no. Joe, I'm sorry. You have to be the butt of my jokes today. But no, Randy, don't react on screen to that message.
I already saw it. Yeah.
Don't. Oh, no,
very sorry.
Are you trying to stroke him out?
Yeah.
Stinch, when I the small amount of work that you've shown me, other than Ted Tired, there, the director that really came to mind was Ken Russell.
I'll have to Google him.
Yeah, probably before your time. I'm sorry.
Emily's here.
Emily Salasco. Hey, I'm late. Good morning. Good morning, Emily.
Good morning, Emily. Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving. You are always welcome here. Just PM me if you want a link and come in, Emily. You're very welcome to come on in. Actually, the link is farther up on the chat if you want to come in. You're welcome to come in. We'd love to have you on.
And Lola, do you want to say Happy Thanksgiving, everyone? Off screen, go ahead, yell. Oh, she says Happy Thanksgiving. She can't yell.
Happy Thanksgiving.
But, yeah, she can't
we
yell.
We wish her the best.
I hope she's feeling better.
Yeah, Meredith had a good idea last night on Geekgasm. She says, you need to come back. You don't have to say anything, but everyone needs to see the shoe cam just one more time. Shoe cam, just.
Oh, especially with that light up chair. You know, you could just be there like an icon goddess or something.
She said she doesn't say a lot on the show anyway. She just sit there and
she has the lights.
Yeah.
Wiggle her feet every once in a while. Yeah.
That's all she has to do.
Randy, if we're gonna go like further back, I think Fritz Lang and
I could see that. Yeah.
Fellini. Federico Fellini.
Yeah, I can see that too. Yep.
Morning Coffee 74 says Happy Thanksgiving all and hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh my God, Randy.
Good morning, Morning Coffee.
Your Morning Coffee gift has become sentient. It's that's pretty cool.
It's alive.
Yeah.
It's alive.
It's alive.
I think the cool thing about today, especially, is that it is a holiday, but you got a lot of people here, which means that artists don't care.
But also means that artists hardly ever sleep.
Artists are crazy. We're not sleeping.
Right. Well, didn't you have a question the other day about some guy complaining? Why don't we take care of ourselves better?
Yeah. That was a pretty mean question, and that guy.
Why are you guys all short and bent?
Not short, but I'm pretty bent. Yeah.
Wow, that can be taken so many different ways.
Yeah.
That question came out of an email. The person did not leave a contact name.
Oh,
of course not. They call it trolling.
Yeah. It was pretty mean. But
how come everybody that sends troll emails are all ugly and have large warts on their nose?
I
won't sign too scared to sign their name on an email that they send. Hunched over and
that's the equivalent of just ringing your doorbell and running away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which I've been on to do to pretty girls.
It's more like the old style crank call.
Yeah.
Hey, is your refrigerator running?
They used to have something. Forgot what is it? Something type of food called something in a can. And,
you would know.
Yeah, it's like
Prince Albert in a can.
Prince Albert in a can.
Remember that they would call and you got Prince Albert in the can, and people were like, "Yeah, well, let him out."
Let him out.
Yeah.
That's an old joke.
Yeah.
Why do indie artists not work outside of comics? Never. They always, whenever they need a side hustle and have to eat poorly. That's a misnomer because they sit at the board for too long. And 3, sleep around. That's not our fault.
Well, yeah, it's not our fault. His mom is cheap.
Boy, she's breaking up the mama jokes.
It's not our fault. Your mom.
You know?
Sleep around, honey. I don't do house calls.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, hey, she offering, so we take it. You know.
That's why we eat poorly.
I don't do any of those.
We eat poorly. Yeah. That goes back to his mama too. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yep. We do work outside of comics. I know people. I mean, like they got side gigs.
Yeah.
I work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I work a 9 to 5 doing computer tech support for the state of Illinois, and I do this as soon as I get off at 5 o'clock. And since I've been here in this pandemic, I switched gears to doing comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
that's
just
why I said I
wondering-
don't know about what he's talking about. It's like,
I mean, what's funny is that like the first one is like, well, yeah, we do because we can't afford to do comics all the time.
Yeah, because
but
comics don't pay nothing.
it's like eat poorly. It's like, okay, I'll give you that one. But where does the sleep around come from? That's a reputation that I've never heard applied to comic book.
Yeah.
I think that's more the mainstream, if you ask me.
Just never attended the right conventions. Yeah, that's true too. What Russ said. That's more mainstream than
More
than
mainstream,
alternative.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We have no idea or any examples available for you to refer to. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I personally don't sleep around. I mean, I sleep around my house, like I said the other night.
Always around. Yeah.
I fall asleep on the toilet, in the living room, in the art desk. Very rarely I'm supposed to be asleep at, but you'll find me there. I intend to fall asleep today at the dining room table.
This
turkey.
He's talking about comics or animated or what have you. I mean, that may have been true back in the 70s before it became dangerous to do so.
That's true. Yeah.
Back when free love was prevalent. Yeah.
When we were all young and frisky.
And frisky.
Yeah. I don't think we were talking about STDs. I think we were talking about breaking a hip.
Wow, yeah. It's like, look, I can't even get out of my chair without pulling my back, so I don't know.
Yeah. You know, I when I got out of bed this morning, my knee didn't get up with me. I'm like, oh, what is that new feeling? This sensation.
Yeah.
And I'm used to being like the youngest guy here, but I think what's happening, I figured it out. All of your advanced age is affecting me. And it's affecting me negatively. I'm getting gray hair. Yeah, exactly. And I'm cracking and popping in places that I don't even have places. I don't understand.
We just figured it was all the Arizona iced tea you drink.
It probably is this energy drink stuff, man.
Once you hit 30, it's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
It's
shaking his head. No.
It's called him resisting wisdom.
Yeah.
Ryan, you and me need to get the hell out of here.
Common sense.
Resisting wisdom.
I have excuses for all my damage. I have 30 years of training behind me. So it's not 30 years of sitting in a chair. It's 30 years of getting kicked around a dojo.
Oh, that's,
So I have excuses.
You know,
they don't call you black belt comics for nothing.
That's a sexy excuse, though. If you say you have arthritis because of 30 years of jujitsu or MMA fighting or something, people are like, "Oh, that's sexy." Not 30 years of sitting in a chair drawing comics. Not sexy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like 30 years of arthritis after cranking it all night.
Yeah.
That sounds like a personal problem.
What you do
Brian,
in your own
see what
time.
you have to look forward to.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, see what you have to look forward to.
Yeah.
The longer you're in this business, the more of a hump you're going to acquire. So
right,
you lose that Frank Miller looks real quick.
That might not be a bad thing. That might not be a bad thing.
Probably not.
Frank Miller's not the most attractive man.
Just don't go wearing a large fedora and say Eisner told me to do this.
Right.
I got a chance to meet Frank's brother once, and
what?
George?
Yeah, to me at a Comic-Con, he was talking to me, and he said, and we were talking, and he said, "What work do you like?" And I was talking. He says, "Yeah," and he laughed. He said, "That's my brother," and I'm like, "Bull crap!" And then he pulls out old photos in his wallet, and I'm like, "Look, Frank Miller's young." And like, why? And I'm like, holy crap! And this guy's a baby, and he's growing up, and I'm like,
you are such a fangirl. I swear to God, I have never seen a guy fangirl.
Oh man, I'm which is why I'm the once I become famous, every rumor you hear about me is true. Everything, everything.
Ryan, when we start doing conventions again and you start doing appearances, make sure you get yourself a large black fedora and a long black coat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And go walk through the show and see how many people freak when they see you.
Okay.
Yeah, the potential school shooter.
Crap.
Oh.
Okay.
It's like I don't know. Frank Miller was here. Might have to dry out the face a little bit in order to get the true effect.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like break my nose.
Yeah,
oh yeah. That's always helpful.
Yeah. Always Frank's nose like over here now.
Yeah, I know. It's like off his face.
Right, it came from sniffing Jessica Alba. I said it. He was a little too frisky with my Jessica Alba. Oh, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Leave her alone. I want her, but I can't have her. Training order says I can't.
Morning Coffee is writing novels here in the chat.
Yeah. I read it. Oh, it says you were talking about movies earlier on. Just wanted to mention my favorite movies of all time, which are The Others with Nicole Kidman. That's a good movie.
Oh no! Wow.
BMX Bandits, also of Nicole Kidman, which was a classic Australian movie.
I think we see a trend.
Explorer, starring River Phoenix and Ethan Hawke.
Wow.
The Last Starfighter and Titan AE, the best sci-fi animation movie, a first of its own film that combines traditional animation and computer-generated graphics.
I agree with The Last Starfighter. I do agree with that.
I did, yeah. I think that's very underrated.
I wouldn't say Titan AE because the first thing that came to my mind after Last Starfighter was Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah.
I confuse Battlefield Earth and Titan AE all the time.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
They're both dry and long.
I don't need this. This is my show.
We used a computer generated images on Rock and Rule.
Oh yeah.
If you look at that's like 1981.
That must have been expensive at the time.
Yeah. That was what the imagery when Mock is looking into his computer and you're seeing all that generation. That was computer generated, and that's 1981, 82, many years before Bluth.
Right.
So there you. Anyway, so the Canadians came first.
Yeah, out of that group, Last Starfighter. Titan AE, I remember being very slow and long. I think I like Fantastic Planet a lot better than that. That's a French animated movie. And Heavy Metal, I think, holds a special place in my heart because I saw that at the theater and went, that's exactly Heavy Metal right there. Mm-hmm. I thought that was impressive. But The Others, my wife took me to made me go to The Others. We sat through that film once. Yeah.
Didn't like it?
Oh, no.
Well, they only gave Don Bluth 6 months to salvage the movie. You know, he did the best he could.
Which movie?
Titan AE.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Yeah, he had 6 months to finish it.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember it very fun. It's like Atlantis. I remember Atlantis being very long and dry from Disney.
Yeah. Character designs by Mike Mignola.
In that period.
Think about it, you're kind of right about that.
I just rewatched Atlantis recently, and it flows like a charm. It just like goes from point A to point B really quick.
Atlantis does?
Might just be me. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to sit back and rewatch it because I barely got through it once. But it took me 3 times to get through 2001. without falling just
Oh.
fast asleep.
I'm still not sure I've
I
seen all
think
that.
2001 is one of those like movies and books that people only know culturally, but
Mhm.
never really sat through the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's because you just can't. You sit there. That's the film you watch on a Sunday afternoon, when it's raining out, and you just it's so easy to fall asleep to. It's not even funny.
Especially
because it's
the end
more of a
sequence
ride
when
of artwork.
all of the lights and whatnot, that was making me fall asleep in the theater. So that
Yeah, I
was
think you need to be smoking dope or something like that.
I watched it as
That's very true too. It
I
is
watched-
really a work of genius when you can sit
Mhm.
through it all.
I watched it as a
Like,
kid
wow.
several times.
Yeah,
but I'm like you. I'd probably fall asleep in it now. Yeah.
I'm amazed about how casually smoking dope was just mentioned on the show. Like, yeah, you got to smoke dope. And
another sign of your youth.
Oh, geez. Watch Rock and Rule. What do you think that's all about?
I'm telling you right now, listen, smoking was demonized so much when I was growing up.
Heck, watch Fantasia. What do you think that was all about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was any type of drug, but especially weed was going to lead to you waking up, in a seedy hotel in a tub full of ice with your kidney missing, and
it sounds like he watched the modern version of Reefer Madness.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's like, unless there was like PCP in that reefer, it's not the weed that's doing it.
You should see the things that my wife was probably told about it. I mean, you're gonna wake up married to a black man. You should not probably smoke.
Oh boy.
You smoked, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now look what's happened. They were right.
Yeah, but that was her mom that said that.
Yeah, probably her dad. No,
not a good example of parenting.
Well, yeah, my 20-year-old's nephew and niece, they saw Rock and Roll in Toronto, a couple of years ago, and they're like 22, 23 years old, and they say, "Oh my Lord, how much drugs was in that picture?" I mean, it was like, back then it was just like, okay, this is what you do. That's that. It reflected very much the Nelvana artist.
It's a product of its time.
Very much so. It really is. Yeah.
My concern is the research. Like, hey guys, how do we illustrate an acid trip? I'll find out. 1 second.
No, you don't even have to do research. People knew how to do it from past experience. A few years earlier. That's all. I mean, that's basically.
Well, what's funny? You mentioned how to film an acid trip. That's what Jodorowsky was trying to do with Dune. He said that was exactly what he was trying to do. It's like he wanted to film an acid trip.
Who? Lynch on Dune?
Jodorowsky.
Oh, yes.
Jodorowsky, yeah.
I could see that. Yeah.
It became the impossible movie.
Though. Yeah.
I hate to say it, but that I remember telling my wife, I said, if I ever try a drug, if I ever tried some illegal drug, it's got to be LSD or acid. But stay in the room with me. I don't want to trip too hard, but I do have to experience it because I feel like experience it as an artist I should be having. And I want to, but then I've seen people think they can fly afterwards, and
Well, no, a friend of ours told us a story about he was he sat in with a friend who was taking LSD because he didn't want to leave him alone. And like in the middle of the trip, the guy started freaking out and told him, hold my shoulders down. My head's going to float away. So he's standing there holding.
Depending upon the dosage, the imagination.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
don't do LSD by yourself.
No,
imagine I could be on it right now, wondering like, oh my God, Russ, God just turned your lights out. It's getting seriously dark with you.
If you carry on, you may get the channel struck at this rate because you're kind of giving everybody the guide on how to take LSD.
Dude, I was just going to say, if you're playing,
I'm sure there's a video somewhere. There's a Google research.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, there's a Google Hangout with acid trips.
Let's go.
We'll all be in there like this. Oh, he is freaking out.
Wait, 2002 is the
I'm only there for research.
I remember my school sent out a thing, a little pamphlet, and it said, "Do not like buy stamps because."
Oh yeah, we got that too. We got that too.
Like the back of them and trip. Yeah.
So no bills went out. I'm like, I'm not getting high. I'm not. It's got to be a better way to pay bills. And I was a kid and I was terrified. I'm looking at my mother's stamps like,
just wet a sponge.
I better throw these away to save mom and dad. I don't want them to get on drugs.
No, what's funny? It's like I was so stupid when I saw that thing because it's like you would say like the stamps would come with all different types of Disney characters on it, and I'm reading this like, oh, I can collect Disney characters.
wrong kind of stamps.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. The whole thing went over my head.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I threw away $40 worth of the books of stamps, and this is in the late 80s, early 90s. So
that's a butt whooping. Yeah, that's a for the parents at that point.
My father said, it's not his fault. It's the school's fault. You know how he thinks? He's special. Leave him alone.
And you went through and licked all of them and didn't get high at all.
I threw them all away, and I got so yelled at.
But you had a strange taste in your mouth for the rest of the day.
Didn't do anything. He's great.
Yeah.
Someone pinched. Throw my money back.
Coach Joe Rogan. Yeah, that's cool and all. Have you tried DMT?
Yeah. Only to find out that Joe Rogan never tried DMT. He's telling everybody to try DMT, and then he admitted in one show that he never did it.
Yeah, it's messed up. It's like, you know what? I'll probably never all the medications I've had have been prescribed by a doctor, but.
See, that's where the real high is at.
Yeah. I will say this. The stuff that I've thought about while trying to sleep has been freaky, and I don't think I can live I couldn't do that recreationally.
That's the medicine, not the drugs.
Yeah.
That's the medicine, not the drug.
Yeah, because the drugs don't really make you go there. I don't know, it's weird.
You don't see mechanical elves.
Mechanical elf.
Doesn't everybody see those? I don't know.
That's Ryan's thing with the elves and the
yeah.
Ryan, last name is it Hack? I just followed you on Twitter.
Hawk.
Okay. I was like, we can't use that last name.
Poor Ryan. He's like sitting in the middle going, oh my God, what's wrong with all these
he's sitting here. He's in the Ann B. Davis Square for all of our radio listeners.
That's right.
You ever see the radio?
My connection. My connection was just not working for a second.
Okay.
Did you ask the question?
There we go. Yeah. No,
seriously, it wasn't. I promise.
We were just picking on you for not being part of the conversation.
Yeah, Randy, that was the other question you missed from Tuesday.
Why do indie comic creators stream from the worst possible cars, tablets,
toilets,
bedrooms, while making
streams are you watching,
love? What?
Wallace? What are you watching?
How some professionalism dumbbells. Show some professionalism.
What are you watching? Although the bathroom thing I've seen.
Jesus Christ. Who is this person watching?
Wallace, thank you.
Where are they finding these channels?
Thank you deeply for actually signing your name to this. It's a serious inquiry.
Wallace has wrote in before.
Rob's wrote in before?
Wallace has wrote in before, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wallace has. I was going to say, has Rob ever done any toilet streams? Because all the rest of those, I think, are pretty much, check off the list here.
I guess
except for the making love thing.
Yeah. I guess the secret's out there.
All making love.
I'm still having diarrhea. I got to get off the toilet. No.
Oh, there we
go. Sometimes it might just sound like it from the echo of the room,
I mean, look, cars are, Zach does the car videos with the Neo on the comic reviews. The car is fine.
I've seen people film from their bathrooms.
Yeah, the bathroom.
The car is fine because, especially if you've got a lot of kids, it's like the one quiet place that you can get away from them.
Your one refuge. Yeah.
That's where the
bathroom. But honestly, the bathroom usually has great acoustics.
Yeah. The car being the refuge is where the adage "I'm going out for some smokes" came from.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That's what my grandpappy said 64 years ago. Haven't seen him since.
Wow.
A toilet, yeah. Now, bedrooms while making love. Look, if I ever go.
Oh no! I was thinking regular bedrooms because I've seen a lot of guys do podcasts from bedrooms with messy beds.
Yeah.
That's just, dude. What the heck? At least have some sense to make
Look, I want to know what podcast he's watching.
Yeah, no, for real.
No,
It's like
really.
Where on earth would you put your pen?
It's on that.
Well then.
It's on it's on that viral podcasting channel, RedTube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's watching. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I like to know, like, did I roll over on my phone once? Is that what happened? Don't take your cell phones to the bedroom. You'll go live on Facebook, and everybody knows how you get down.
It's like the ending scene in Kentucky Fried Movie. If you remember that.
I do think people need to. You got to make sure when you're streaming, especially if you're going to be streaming a lot, buy yourself something to hold your phone.
Yeah.
If you're going to use a phone, I'll tell you right now, with StreamYard, we've caught the worst luck with people with iPhones. It's so like they lose sound. There's like this horrible popping that comes across sometimes. I'll tell people, just do not use an iPhone. Like go ask a friend for their tablet or their laptop or something. Go over a friend's house.
Yeah. StreamYard hates iPhones.
Yeah.
They really do. But my suggestion is just don't butt stream. Just don't put it in your back pocket.
Exactly.
Don't sit on it.
If it's a nice butt, you could butt stream. No, I'm just kidding.
Make sure all your recording devices are shut off before you jump into the bedroom, unless it's intentional.
KJ?
Yeah,
you got to put the iPhone up your butt.
Yeah. KJ was on last week, and he kept having the Anthony Figueroa same situation, that popping and having he'll be here, and then all of a sudden he can't hear Randy, and he has to sign out and sign back in. Then he can hear Randy, but now this is like this horrible popping sound.
Yeah,
and it's awful. So get yourself a tablet or some type of laptop or something. Emily says, I was wondering, for some of the more out there animators, is that the product of the director or animators? In school, the animators seem to be more out there. Well, yeah.
How much of it is it a collaborative effort for a final product to look the way it is?
Animators. Well, at this point, if you're talking about old school versus what's available now with puppetry, basically what you've got, you're just manipulating. I mean, it is totally controlled by the director and the producers, because there's no way that you can you don't have a signature style of it as an artist that you would if you were holding a pencil and drawing the character and creating all that yourself. Today, it's pretty much the director. But if you go back to the Warner Brothers days of the 30s and 40s and even the 50s, those animators all had a particular style. So that's how they were cast. Same way with Disney. Disney had particular people, they would cast the animators as characters. So they all made use of their particular style. They meshed together the way you would have a live action where actors, would come together and create a performance. But so that's the answer to that. So
now it's all outsourced to Philippines and South Korea for the most part.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, even if it isn't, it's like he said, it's all puppetry. You're just manipulating a pre-done model as opposed to actually drawing something and putting in your own influence into it. And what's funny, because it made me think about the whole thing with Image and how now it's like after the whole Image thing, like Marvel and DC started making it a point to homogenize the artwork so that there were no superstars anymore. you know? So it's like I'm kind of wondering if like that's what Disney and Pixar are kind of doing, the same thing of like you're not going to get a Glenn Keane anymore.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
In fact, Glenn Keane is kind of a holdover from the last group of animators that were influenced by Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnson, and and actually went through their director. They decided the only ones who really popped out of the Disney group is, as you say, Glenn Keane, but also Eric Goldberg, who did the genie in Aladdin and anything. But it has become very homogenized so that you don't have a focus on artists because they're easily replaced as cogs.
Yeah.
And that's what you have, So
that's why so much animation is crap now, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Because you're not allowing people to perform their craft. You're just relying on software.
Yeah.
And that's why so much of it, not all of it, there's still some great stuff out there, but a lot of it's just rubbish.
Yeah, I used
not
to
enjoyable.
I used to be excited for animation, and now it's like I'm so ambivalent to it.
Well, finding a good animated show anymore is very few and far between. If you're lucky to find it, then it's something. Yeah, I ran across anime Jack Kirby, Jim Steranko cross up on Amazon Prime called Redline. That I thought was just amazing. I was sitting there watching it going, wow, this is really crazy.
One of the directors that I mentioned was Takeshi Koike, and he was the one behind that one and World Record for the Animatrix animated.
Oh, that was great. I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Well, that's why I enjoy doing comic books now, because it allows me not to have anybody looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I won't have anybody else work with me, because I don't want to be looking over their shoulder. They have just as much ability to go and fund something of their own vision.
Well, having decades of supervising animations and doing just that on your real job, or on your previous work, I can honestly see that would be a welcome change. So one of the cool things about comics is that it can be as much of an individual, independent statement as you want it to be.
Oh yeah, which is what and that is really what an artist really craves for, because if you can get an audience. I mean, you catch a wave or whatnot, but it's not the commercialization of it. You can monetize it, but it's your vision. If people want to pay for your vision, that's great, but you could still have the ability to get it out there without somebody saying, no, you can't.
Yeah, there's very few art forms out there that are individualists, where you don't have a whole committee there that's putting the piece together. So painting, portrait or picture painting, I think is like that. Same thing.
I mean, unless you want to get into the gallery system, then that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, but if you're sitting there as a personal artist making it's a great form of self-expression. It's a lot of prose writing. It's the same way, except you have other editors and publishers involved as well, depending upon how exposed you are. Comics are the same way, though.
Yeah. I mean, anytime that you've got somebody else paying the bills for you, then you're no longer an independent.
Yeah.
In the strictest form. Yeah.
Emily said, "That's too bad." Thanks for the answer. See, you've broken Emily's heart. She wants to say people are out there, man. We need to. 2001 is the greatest film ever made.
Yeah, which is different from 2002. Yes.
Right.
Or the
I really like 2010. I thought that worked out real well. But
it's nothing on 2020.
Nothing on 2020.
No.
That's a whole different movie. Yeah.
That's the evil parody.
Yeah, I can't figure out who's directing.
Is an evil parody.
I can't figure out who's directing this, but that guy never needs to work again.
Right.
I can't figure out if it's a horror movie or a comedy or
Ryan Johnson.
A tragedy.
Ryan Johnson. Take his pen.
Ryan Johnson. Anyway,
I don't need as much character development. Where's my character going? I don't know. I'm concerned. I want to talk to producers. Everything was going fine for him. You know, they say that if you love your characters in comics, you put them through hell.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I don't need this much character development and personal growth. I don't need this much that. Right? I trade some personal growth for happiness right now. Just let me go to sleep for once, please. I just want to sleep without worrying. Also, I put my glove on because Russ had his on. I feel like a real artist.
Oh, there you go.
Well, how can you see the graphite? I mean, animators' hands all had.
Oh yeah,
this, you know, just, and you'd have to wash your hands like 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah.
Well, and some people didn't. You know, I mean, it's like washing your coffee cup. You know, some people never do.
Those people get salmonella.
No, it just gets a great taste out of it because there's always coffee in the cup.
Yeah. You get a conformity to all the flavors of your coffee, no matter what you're given. Yeah.
Yeah. There was one guy we called him Mr. Hackett in Filmation, and I don't think he had ever washed his coffee mug or an apron that he used to cover up his shirt and pants, and so it was totally covered in graphite and paint.
I'll tell you guys.
It's a sign of a worker right there.
Yeah, there you go.
My mother is my mother. She likes to deep clean things, and she had these old pots that were curled over at the tips, like they were metal. So it had this metal ring around it. And she doesn't wash her pots. No. She would get in there with a toothpick or something sharp, and she'd go around the edges under this little lip because she's like, food will pop up here and it'll sit and it'll get old. And if it gets back in your food, then you're going to get sick. And she would go around the rim of this pot and clean it just to make sure. And I got to the point where I got so nervous about it. I was watching pots everywhere. Like, no, can't drink out of that. Can't eat out of that. Wow. But it did save my life because I've gone to some places like when I had to work 9 to 5s and go in their break room and open up their microwaves with my lunch in, and it's brown in there like a portal to I'm not putting my food in there that has not been clean.
No, for real, yeah.
I don't know if it's an African American thing or not. But let me tell you something. Your black friends are judging you by the inside of your microwave.
Your microwave.
We are judging you by the inside of your microwave.
As they should.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Don't eat here, baby. These motherfuckers don't clean that. They just
because if they can't be bothered to clean the inside of a microwave, what else is nasty?
That's a universal truth.
Is it okay? I want to make sure. I'm judging you by the inside of your microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I need all you guys right now to go on Facebook. We're gonna fill Facebook of pictures of microwaves. I want to see them get satisfied. This is the inside of our microwave. See, you can eat here. It's safe. Yeah. God, Randy, we reached the end. We're 2 hours, 26 minutes in.
Oh, a record.
Yeah.
No.
It's a special.
Oh, really?
It's a special. It's Thanksgiving. Come on.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if you guys got a
Turkey Day special, so what better way? You know,
We just need that CBS, that intro from CBS.
Yeah, I'm the ghost of Thanksgiving pass. You know,
if any of you guys got to leave, we understand. You know, if anybody guys got here to go get the food, you know, if anybody has to cook, you know, Meredith.
Oh no, I got time.
I do.
Wow, chauvinistic? Not at all. Not at all.
I don't cook. I heat.
Did you catch my little jab there?
Wow. Card.
Ooh.
I am gonna have to head out though. I do.
Thank you,
Thank you
Ryan.
so much for having me on.
Thank you, Ryan. Before you leave, tell folks how they can get a hold of you.
Yes, so I'm at on Twitter at HAACK_pro on Twitter and on Instagram at the same. And yeah, BrEaKfAsT #2, the sequel to this, is on Indiegogo right now. So if you're interested in a fun Christmas story, head on over and share or back the book.
And again, for our listening audience, that was BrEaKfAsT. It's over on Indiegogo. We had Ryan Hawk on today, HAACK.
Yes.
Look him up. Look up the work. Look up that book because it's amazing, and it's one of those products that when you look at it, you're going to want to buy in because it looks so good, so professional. It's a unique idea. It looks like a lot of fun. So go over there and take a look. Ryan, thanks a lot for being on today.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
All right, Ryan, if you ever want to come back, let us know.
Yeah,
For sure.
Ryan, anytime you want to come back on. Only next time, try to talk a little more.
Okay. See you guys.
All right. Take
Bye.
care, Ryan. See ya.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to get going myself. I wanted to just pop in because I figured you were going to have like 10, 15 minutes left. And went, oh, okay. Well, it's kind of like the guy who came and didn't leave. You know,
we've been running longer and longer because, quite frankly, it's really difficult on YouTube now to find a really good, entertaining podcast that lasts for a couple hours. You can just sit, turn it on, and not have to worry about ads. And that's us because we are so unmonetized. It's not even funny.
Well, I have a competitor for you.
Yeah, I thought you had to stay. I thought you had to stay within the 2-hour.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
We had to for a while, but now they've since updated the software or whatever, and they go. Everybody goes as long as they want. But
okay.
Like I said, it's hard to find a good, entertaining podcast that's not monetized where they break in every 10 minutes.
Oh no,
with a freaking commercial anymore. So,
some stuff every 5 minutes for some things.
Really,
It's like they didn't understand where the editing is. I mean, you don't stop it. You break in the middle of a sentence, and then you got to go and.
Mm-hmm.
After 2 minutes.
I think that's the algorithm that just puts. That's just automatic. They just put the.
It's greedy YouTube, is what it is.
Yeah.
Randy's definitely never heard of every frame of pause. Average running time 8 to 10 hours. Ooh.
Wow.
Oh no, I haven't.
No, that's a.
What kind of podcast is that, Stench? Other than a long one.
It's a bit of a mix, actually. It's a bunch of video essayists, and they're very interested in objective art, and tackles a lot of sophistry and Philistines that tries to break into the whole YouTube essay community and just spouse a lot of bullshit. And they usually take their time deconstructing the bullshit too.
It doesn't, but the thing is, it doesn't sound like a casual podcast. Like you don't put it in the background.
8 to 10 hours. That's not casual.
Hours.
Yeah.
Like a classroom.
I usually put them on when I'm working, so I won't have to like stress about like following. I can just like put them on and just forget about them and like, I was listening.
John, you said you got to get out of here though.
Yeah, I got to get going. I'm taking care of tonight's dinner. Our dinner is a new thing because there was only small, two of us. I do chicken cutlets a la Milanese. So we do that with pumpkin pie and with whatever, vegetables and what have you, because it's just the two of us. You can't go and get a bird that you want to get. That'd be
you can.
Sick. Yeah, but
if you want
I get sick and tired of it. I mean.
Yeah, now this year turkey is going to be incredibly inexpensive because especially the larger birds.
Yeah,
because the big gatherings are gone. Yeah,
I'm not doing the big Thanksgiving dinner today. I'm waiting until the turkey goes on sale next week.
Well, hopefully it's still good by next week. Anyway,
John, tell folks how they can get a hold of you.
You can get a hold of me, especially with Indiegogo. I'm an in demand at Indiegogo. It's John Celestri's comics, and I've got you can get me there and see what I'm doing. You can get me on YouTube as John Celestri in the same way with on Facebook, and on Twitter it's at Celestri John. So good night. Goodbye. Have a great Thanksgiving. Be safe.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Be safe, everybody.
Take care. Stay healthy.
Check out.
Take care. Okay. Bye-bye. Ciao.
Take care, John.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Stench, anything you want to anything you want to promote? Anything that you want to other than 9-volt available on Lulu.com.
Lulu.com for $6.22, and it ships worldwide.
Sweet. Now, any other way to get a hold of you or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, I'm launching a Twitter on like December 7th.
You're going to get in trouble.
You sure you want to do that?
December 7th?
It's an anniversary of some sort for some people.
I'm going to go on there and...
Randy got it.
December 7th. It's a day that will live in infamy.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I'm gonna let and the countdown begins to how long Stinch keeps Twitter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, there we go. Yep.
Yeah.
Like it'll be. Did you hear? Oh, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying good luck with that, but in all seriousness, no.
It'll be. Did you see what Stinch said today?
The book looks really good, though, Stinch. The whole your Ted Tired looks awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It looks really good. So best of luck with that.
And I got a question though before Stinch leaves. I've noticed something. I got an email about. I got email. There's like a lot of competition right now, or like anger between shows. I was looking at the other day, and when I got the email, it was like, well, we don't have any. I don't have any problems with anybody, but apparently shows are competing, and everyone's angry at each other. Guys, look, let's not take that in 2021. And everyone's got their shows they do. This one is far better than most, but
because we're on it.
Yeah, it's all that.
It's his personal preference.
Yeah.
I will put it that way. That's his personal preference.
Yeah. But I haven't seen any of that, but if it's there, guys, come on. We have to be better than that.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta be better than that. That's all. Stop hating.
Because there's enough fighting and enough bitterness going on out there for
Stop hating. Get a girlfriend.
There should be there you go. Get a girlfriend. There should be a refuge from all of that crap,
Yeah.
That's what comics are for.
That's all I want to say. That's all.
Emily would come in, but she says she's got a lot of Thanksgiving prep to do. Emily, we wish you a very happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And only the best. So you are always welcome on here. By the way, you're not on here enough. So please don't be afraid to send us a link.
Yeah, there was a lot of cooking going on behind me a couple days ago. Apparently that is all stalled.
Shh. You're not supposed to talk about your meth lab.
Yeah. That's all stalled. I'm concerned about tonight's festivities. I remember, guys. I don't know. Real quick question: what time does everybody eat Thanksgiving dinner?
Depends. It really depends.
When it's done.
Yeah.
Done.
I mean,
pretty much.
We were doing around like 3-4 o'clock.
Right after the thankful prayer and everybody, with the fork stab the back of everybody else's hand as they go reaching for stuff. That's when you eat.
Because see, that's fine to me. That's fine. Like 3, 4, 5, that's fine to me. Now when the wife and I used to do hardcore Black Friday shopping, it was like, look, we gotta eat about noon because I gotta be in line over here to Target at 1:30. But now, obviously there's none of that this year. But my mother had this habit of trying to make Thanksgiving dinner earlier and earlier throughout the years. Like all of a sudden it's 1 o'clock, time to eat. It's like, whoa.
That way you have time for the tryptophan to kick in and wear off before you go back to bed.
I mean, when my family used to do like big get-togethers, actually it would be the opposite. Like our dinner would be around like 8, 9 in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like now it's just me and JD. So it's like, okay, so when he takes a shower, that's when we eat.
So like 3 a.m.
Yeah. It's like 3 a.m. just gets up. All right, time to eat. Well,
JD's on a third shift schedule, so that would be 3 p.m. So 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Which is fine. 3 in the afternoon is fine, but like it's 1 o'clock stuff, time to eat. What?
Yeah, it's a little early. That's a little early.
Yeah, like, and I don't understand. My mother does this weird thing on Thanksgiving morning. The one day she can get away with doing it, you're not doing it, and she'll do this. She's done it since I was a kid. She'll wake up and cook breakfast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Who does that?
Yeah, like what is going on? I need to starve. I don't want to eat.
I'm in training for that dinner. Yeah.
Barry, and that's just old school tradition because my grandmother and her mother, before they passed, They used to have like get-togethers on New Year's, and that was one of the. It was like this big New Year's breakfast before they did this big dinner for New Year's Day.
Plus, it was one of the few times that the whole family was together.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody gets spread out so far, you know, so much that Thanksgiving and Christmas Day are the two big times that everyone's usually in the house and civil.
By the way, by the way, new segment here on Indie Vault just for you guys. We're going to introduce it right now. New segment. Check it out. I think Stench will like it especially. Here it is. Any words of wisdom for us?
Don't die of dysentery.
The shit Stinch says makes you sweat hair dye. So even if you haven't got any on, it'll come out.
Any words of wisdom for us on this Thanksgiving?
What?
You caught him.
Put him on the phone. There's nothing there.
Got him. There you go.
We're in a car. There's nothing. It's
caught him
that
so
there's a
off guard.
spotlight on him. You scared him away.
Not often,
Sorry, are we referring to the comment that I made earlier?
No. It's like when you go on Twitter, when your Twitter launches, this is what we'll do. Every time we'll bring up some tweet you put up, we'll run that first, and then
oh boy.
Did you hear what he said today about
be a new segment on the show? Yeah.
It's better. The people look for that, and they'll look for Grift King. That's what they'll.
Well, we'll have to do that on Tuesday when we do Grift King. Oh, not that.
And this week's
the
Grift King
greatest segment ever.
Grift of the week.
The Grift of the week.
From last week.
Go on.
This week, that last Tuesday, that was Pop Cultivator.
Yep.
I'm still tripping about that because in the video he said a possibility of owning your IP. I'm wait,
the whole
you're creating this stuff and you don't own it? They do? Done. I was done.
The whole thing was so sketch.
The Grift King of the whole of comics must be Dan Slott, surely.
Yeah, Dan's got a. Actually, guys, I think
he was in. I think he was in contention.
Yeah.
Wait. What happened with Dan Slott again? Refresh my memory.
Well, if you have Disney Plus,
it's kind of sketchy.
Do you have access to Disney Plus?
No.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, JD was watching that the other day.
Disney Plus has a series of Marvel Comics documentaries called 616. Because apparently that's the Earth reality that Marvel says they're on.
If you want to see Marvel creators get filleted on Disney Plus, that's the show you want.
Yeah. Well, they did an episode called The Marvel Method where they showed Dan Slott going through a typical comic. In the Dan Slott style.
It was so
which is like he goes into the Marvel he goes into the Marvel offices and Tom Brevoort says, well, you're here to do Iron Man 2020 and I know you have no ideas for it, no direction, and you have nothing done, and he sits there and goes, well, yeah, but then he sends him home. They show him in a darkened room typing on a typewriter trying to get the first sentence done, which he can't do. So
it was so cool. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, it was obviously edited. It's obviously a bit, but my personal view is, first off,
they were trying to be funny, but it was more realistic than they realized.
They're slating the Stan Lee method, not the Marvel method.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Which works. If Dan Slott actually works that way, not only is it incredibly unprofessional, but it's amazing they get any comics out at all. I doubt he does actually work that way, but they're doing it for the bit. They're doing it for the joke. But unfortunately, just like with an awful lot of their comics at the moment, they're just bringing the whole industry into disrepute. It just looks stupid, and they just shouldn't have done it. So
it's not even Yeah, it's not even the real Marvel method from the way I understand it.
No, it
I
isn't.
tell you what.
No.
I tell you what. That Walker his ain't an act. I don't like him.
No,
And his old little fat waddle. He walks like Tipsy. And I created Tipsy the mascot. As a matter of fact, I'm suing Dan Slott for trying to become my mascot. This is a wild in the streets of New York.
I mean, this is when I'm actually really glad. I actually don't know a lot of these people working today.
I actually know him. I have met him. I have talked to him several times, and I haven't seen the Disney show, so maybe it was a true act. However, I do know one thing about Dan. Mm-hmm. If he did not pitch it, he wouldn't have any idea of what to do with it.
I got a question.
He has to pitch before he has an idea how he's going to run with something.
First of all, I don't believe Dan pitches. I believe he takes. Also,
he catches.
Yeah. Also, Daphne. Daphne, I got a question for you.
Okay.
You believe that variant? I don't. I know for a fact he does. But there's things
he definitely catches.
I'm talking about catches, not pitching.
Okay.
Get it? Football, the baseball references.
We'll explain this later.
It struck out. It struck out on my behalf. So my bad.
That's an obscure Ren and Stimpy reference, isn't it?
I do
and
believe
he wrote some of that too. He actually wrote some Ren and Stimpy type stuff.
Did he?
So,
yeah. I do believe.
Again, like I said, I know I have met him, talked to him several different times, and he actually read my work at one point in time. So I do know of him, but that's what I say. It's like I haven't watched the Disney Plus, so I can't speak on whether or not it's true or not.
Yeah. I was okay with Dan. Until he tried to dog whistle his followers on me. That's my problem with Dan, because like, dude, I didn't even say anything to you. I had never said anything to him. And he's like, you follow someone on to all this. He didn't do it personally. He didn't do a private message. He did that shit publicly and said, you follow somebody who calls me human garbage. Therefore, trying to dog whistle his supporters. That's little plump bitch. And then he turns around and Daphne, I want to know what's happened to the state of New York. What's happened to the city when he can walk around, that fat rollable punk, walk around with that little Jolly Disney walk and not get hit, but Rick Moranis can't walk on the side of the street and not get hunched. And you know what's rolling?
Because Rick Moranis is somebody and he's a nobody. So nobody gives a shit about whether anything happens to him or not.
That's the point. And you got a point. You know what? You're right. Because they said comic artists, we can blend in. A comic creators can blend in.
Exactly. Rick Moranis will end up on the front cover of the New York Post.
Especially
who the hell is this guy?
For Dan, especially this time of year.
He looks like Santa. I'm not advocating anybody assault Dan. I'm just saying, how does he walk streets of New York happily? But I will admit one thing that me and Dan have in common, besides our short stature. When I go to New York, I look up for superheroes too. I admit I do. I look up. But you know what? It's New York. You might see one. Like that guy's up there just like Spider-Man. He's gonna jump.
He's just a window cleaner, barely hanging on for his life.
Run across Daredevil or the Punisher.
Yeah. We had the Punisher outside of our Randy's convention.
True story. True story. The very first time I went to New York Comic Con, I had a booth there. My fiance and myself, on the last day we went to dinner, and we were up here. It's like, we're in Manhattan and everything. We went a couple of blocks, and now all of a sudden we're in Hell's Kitchen. The first thing that came to my mind was like, where's Kingpin? Where's Daredevil? Where's all the stuff that I have seen in the Marvel books?
Yeah.
It was a nice, peaceful atmosphere. I was like, this is not rough at all. What's going on here? How's this?
It's changed. It's changed. It's like the Bowery. It's like if the Bowery 20 years ago is a completely different animal than what it is now.
It's like Times Square.
Yeah, Times Square especially. Now Times Square is disgusting on a different level.
Whole different level. Yeah. On a Vegas Strip level.
Yeah. I mean, because I hate the mascots so much. I hate the fake mascots and everyone pawing at you and trying to sell you mixtapes. And it's like, just go. It's like literally, I avoid the area.
If you come to Detroit looking for RoboCop, you're like, What? None of this is in Then you go to Dallas, Texas, and Dallas, Texas, you're like, it's Detroit. It's New Detroit. Wait a minute.
It's like how everything is filmed in Canada.
Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Check the comments. Period. Check the comments.
There's comments there. Is it Dan Slot in the comments? Emily, I heard.
No. For your new segment, there's something there for your new segment.
The slot method. Let others ghostwrite me. Variant is pissed. Dan Slot stole this tuba team.
No. Next one.
In all honesty, Marvel suffered some fat man's bird. There we go. It's all the fat guys that are making all the plays up there. They need somebody nice and thin. We need to get Joe D. McPhee up there at Marvel. He's too thin though. He'll be slim shamed out of the company. Listen, Joe, put on some pounds and you can work here. Otherwise, you're scared. The interns are looking at you.
No, it's like Caesar. It's like Julius Caesar talking about how he doesn't trust thin men because they're hungry. You know.
Ross, where can people find you?
Yeah. In the drugs aisle, screaming at the door.
Hell yeah, feel you, brother.
You can find me on YouTube as Comic Book Black Belt. The channel has insights into my process, into how my current book is being made, and in interviews and reviews. You can find me at russleach.com, comicbookblackbelt.com. You can find out more about my book, Only Death Can Save Us, at onlydeathcansavus.com. And there is a link there to the Indiegogo, which is in demand at the moment. And for the next week to 10 days before I go to proof, the stretch goals are still live, so there's still a chance to get a rather lovely embroidered patch. You can also find me on the Twitter, on the Fleecebook. You can find me on the Instagram and also on the Parlay when it works.
Cool. Yeah. Meredith, are you there? Meredith's gone.
Stepped out.
There she is.
Oh,
there she is. Muted.
Didn't want to put you on the spot. I was going to say, where can folks find you? And
well, if you guys go over to merej99.com, you're going to have all of my links there. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn.
Snapchat?
Yeah, I was about to say, that's still a thing.
Snapchat?
That's still a thing. Well, I only go there for the filters because, you know, I like the one where they make the mouth really big. that filter is like hysterical. It's just and it kind of gives you that squeaky cartoony voice, and it's just
Varian is now trying to get his wife up on Snapchat.
No, she's on Snapchat. She's on Snapchat. I'm just like, but now we have to follow Meredith on Snapchat and send her stuff like.
Yeah, Varian, you haven't accepted me yet.
You know, it's kind of funny with the Snapchat because I knew that my kids were on it, and I was just like, I don't want to follow you guys just in case, because they were dating at the time. Now they've got my middle one's married, my younger one's he's engaged now, and and I'm just like, I don't know, I don't want to know what you guys are sending anybody. Okay.
You don't want that. It's like, oh, mom's on Snapchat. We got to abandon all our social media.
That's a bot.
Yeah. Stitch said I haven't accepted you on Facebook, Twitter,
or Snapchat. That's the only that's the only social media that I'm using currently.
I have to check because I check because
Snapchat, Instagram,
we're being botted
everywhere. So
you can also find me on Grindr as well. By the way, I'm on there. So
really,
Grindr, Anchor, Rumble, Glub. He's
I was
on all
going
the
to
sites.
ask you guys if you were on Rumble. How do you like it?
No, we're not.
No, I'm not. I can't go to certain ones because apparently if I do that, people will. I seen someone put on Facebook, if I find you on Parler, I'm unfriending you on Facebook, and I'm like, whoa, because listen, as a company or even as an artist, you run to different social networks because sometimes you want to get your name before someone else does, and to get mad at someone for doing that in an era we all. Love social media.
That's because they're using you as an arbiter for their morality that they don't want to take responsibility for.
And in all honesty, maybe you don't want them as a friend either.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got scared. I'm like, well, I mean, we got an IndieVolt Parlor account, but I go create a lot of accounts for companies I own because I don't want them else to take them and then use them for nefarious.
I sign up for everything under MEREJ99. I've been doing that since 1999. Because I don't want anybody squatting on my name.
Yeah, we've had enough of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Daphne, where can they find you at?
Oh, well, so if Funny Animal Fantasy is your thing, you can go to Tall Tales, TAILS online.com and sign up to get the first 3 issues of Tall Tales for free. And yes, and she's showing my lovely sketchbook that she can't open on camera or else IndieVolt will get banned as a channel. And if you're also into art tutorials, demos, and the occasional live stream that I'm probably going to start up again because I upgraded StreamYard to help me do that better, you can find me on YouTube at Daphne Lage, Lage Art.
Cool. And you can check out Daphne's page too. She teaches how to letter. You find out stuff about Daphne. You're like, not sure whether we've had some messages. I've sent her like, where the hell do you get off saying?
I get off here. That's where I get off.
She has strong opinions, and I'm like,
But I think they're strong but civil opinions.
They are.
With a little snark thrown in. Yeah. I try to make them entertaining.
She hasn't upset me too much with her personal beliefs. Okay. Joe.
Yes.
Where can we find you at?
You can find me off of our company page, which is exigencystudios.com. That's XIDENCY studios.com. We have our online store there if you want all of our comics in print here. You can also find me now more so lately on YouTube up under From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. I do comic book reviews, interviews, people who are running Kickstarters. Every so often I might do a live stream where I actually draw, and people actually believe that I can't draw, but I do. I just don't advertise it all that much, only because I don't care too much for my own artwork at times. I'm very critical. Reason why
that's all of us.
Yeah, that's why I say I represent myself more like Stanley Kubrick, because I understand everything is like a mental image, and you have to have that mental image to tell the story. It has to be exact and not just that particular. So that was the reason why I don't really show my stuff all that much, because like it's good, but it's not that good where I can feel comfortable in most cases, unless it's like the 3D stuff that I do. That I feel more comfortable with, because that's not hand-drawn type stuff. Outside of that, you can catch me on Twitter up under Exigency Studios, Facebook page up under Exigency Studios, and on DeviantArt up under Civil Boat 14.
I understand that, Joe. I don't draw online much anyway, because I know people. When I go for commissions, I send in those commission requests like, hey, I can do this for you. Don't tell anybody. Because what I don't want to happen is people messaging me, hey, could you draw my tattoo for free?
Oh my God. Yeah, for
real. My God, you're so awesome. Yeah. I love your artwork. I
have an idea for a children's book.
Yeah.
Go to a dinner party and you have a sketchbook there because you're bored, and you start sketching. It's like, hey, could you sketch this out for me for a tattoo? And I was like, look how strange. It'd be like, sure, here, do it. Don't leave me alone.
That's the reason why I developed a dislike for drawing in public. Yeah.
No, that's the thing. I'm in a corner by myself. Everybody else is mingling. I'm in a corner by myself, and then somebody happened to come rocking around like, hey, that looks good. Could you do this for me?
Yeah.
I will admit, though, sitting in the corner, like with your back to everybody drawing, it could set up the idea you're doing something else. So people come over there to investigate. They're like, you know what I think he's doing over in the corner? Especially when you're erasing.
And then it just gets worse from there.
Yeah. It just feels so good to be in a social event, and then you're just sitting there on a corner, just sketching out something on your book, and then suddenly there's this like skin deep feeling coming up at you, trilling like a cat.
Yeah.
Hey, what you got there?
I didn't know you could draw.
Yeah, you like this big titty rat monster I'm drawing here?
Yeah, no, really, yeah. Like you're drawing dick butt. And it's like, oh, leave me alone.
It's not a fucking face.
Randy, where can they find you at, sir?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook under Randy Zimmerman. You can find me on Twitter under Randy Zim. I'm here. You can find me on YouTube actually under the Zim Geek channel, ZIMMGEEK. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications because I only put up videos whenever I feel the urge, and I haven't felt the urge in too long. So that's again, it almost sounds like a personal problem.
No, I will not walk through that.
Don't walk through that. No, it's okay. You can find me here on Indie Volt. I'm going to be back on Sunday morning. We're going to have Glenn Fleming on, who's got an issue of Comics Unlimited that he's getting to release. Getting ready for release that covers the golden age of comics. We'll be talking a lot of that. Sunday Funnies, 9 a.m. Eastern time, where we talk about the more lighthearted and whimsical side of comics. And then I'll be back here on Tuesday night for the standard Indie Volt podcast. And then again here, also on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, they have Geekgasm that Meredith and Daphne is overseeing while the Indie Princess gets better. Where you talk about comics and media from a more hopefully feminine point of view.
They don't like anything.
They don't like
I've learned it. They don't like anything.
No sense of humor. And we'll be back again here on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. for the Breakfast Buzz, and all of those times are Eastern Standard Time. So Breakfast Buzz, 9 a.m.
They think you're cheap and you don't spend money. That's what, and they think everything's there.
Yes.
Everything, and it's been refreshing because they're like, nah. Hey guys, what do you think about these free markers they're giving everybody? Nah. Yeah. But they're free.
Really like that?
Yeah.
I may be cheap, but I'm definitely picky.
You show Meredith a program.
The best kind of woman
to be picky. It's good to be picky. I do have to say that.
I've shown Meredith. We show Meredith a program. And she's like, nah, no.
Like the Gong Show. We just need that's. It's like you show us something. Like, blum.
Yeah. The women don't like it, sir. You have to leave.
Banished.
Your offering has been refused. Listen to us on Indie Volt Radio. You can do that by downloading it on Google Play, and if you have an iPhone, download the Streamer app. Type in Indie Volt Radio, and if you ask Alexa very nicely, she will play Indie Volt Radio for you. Indie Volt Radio streams music and entertainment talk 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Check it out today. Download it. It's free. Fully free. You can also check it out on the on indievolt.com as well at the bottom of the page. On Roku, Indie Volt TV, it is also free. I don't know how you make any money around here. It is free. Lots of independent entertainment.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah. We got to start hitting the clubs. Or the corners. Indie Volt TV is it's got independent movies up there. There's some wrestling events and some documentaries, and there's some long form shows, kind of like this one, where we can say all kinds of horrible things, like suggest that people get assaulted at Comic-Cons. We can say that on the Roku, and you can get away with it because you can't stop me there.
We don't want to promote violence, though.
No.
Jerry, your comments are always welcome at Indie Volt Live at indievolt.com. Please include Indie Volt Live in the subject line, or you can put Breakfast Buzz in there also if you'd like. So please keep those emails to 90 words or less so that Varian can type them on a card and we can feature them on an upcoming show. And remember, no comment that you have is too serious or too silly. Feel free to write us about any type of problem that you might be having, especially in the industry, because our feedback will be better because of your setback. Hashtag get a education. Hashtag Indie Volt.
Except for the papercut comment. That was stupid. That whoever sent that in stupid. Anyway.
We don't condone violence, but we definitely suggest it.
Yeah,
sometimes. On occasion.
That's a good attitude. I like that.
Thanks for joining us, guys. This has been a special edition of Indie Volt Breakfast Buzz on Thanksgiving. Everyone have a fine holiday.
Thanks for hanging with us for as long as we've gone that extra hour. Varian, what's our final radio number?
64801.
You know what that means? We need to do 3-hour podcast more often. No, just kidding.
Thanks to that one person.
Also, eat a lot of turkey today, guys. Unless you're like vegan or something, then just do whatever it is you guys do. Go eat muffins or something.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Or cats.
Yeah.
Meow.
Cats. Meow. Good night, everyone.
All right, stay healthy, everybody. We want to wish everybody out there who's sick the best of health. We wish you all a great Thanksgiving.
And
We
Little
want to give a special hope you're feeling better soon, little Willie and Lindsay. And my brother Kurt is currently down with the C-19 problem, and Ralph Griffith, of course, is going through a lot of stuff. So we wish you nothing but the best, and wish you all a great Thanksgiving. Stay healthy, everyone. Oh, and hey, don't be afraid. If you wear a cloth mask, make sure you wash it every once in a while.
Oh, definitely. Really.
Because
yeah.
bacterial infections were really the #1 killer back during the last plague, from people that wore masks that didn't bother to wash them very often and kept breathing in their own bacteria, which festered and grew in the mask. So
I would say treat it like your underwear, but then I realize how people treat their underwear. So
Hey, don't speak bad about me. I use my underwear as mask daily.
That sounds like a personal problem.
You know what? I seen a woman come in the store. She didn't have a mask, but she needed one, so she decided to come in the store like this.
No, that does not count.
Like Dracula.
I thought you were talking about her physical appearance.
No. She needed a mask. No. And also, treat your mask like underwear. Don't wear them. All right. I'll see you later.
Take care, everyone. We love you all, and have a great Thanksgiving again. Stay healthy. We'll see you soon.
Ciao.
I'm taking us out.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
Do you draw the Flintstones naked? There's a market for that.